Welcome back to Russia Madness. This is session 2, titled Stoutwood. Last session, the group had agreed to meet in the morning at the Rusty Blade and travel out of the town of Card End just slightly into the Stoutwood, which is to the west, and search for a place known as the Black Spear. Yeah, so we're going to be going into it. In the morning, you all arrive at Card End at your own different times, and and then interact with one another. Cassia will be present, as will Sarth, who was the older boy of Ballfields. He wields a great axe, I believe, or battle axe. I can't remember which. And he seems competent. Most of you have seen him fight. He kind of fights recklessly and wildly, but he hits pretty hard.
So I mean,
Got the
what
potential.
are you saying? His tactics are barbaric.
I would say that if you were to categorize him in such a fashion, yes.
Intelligence was his dump stat.
Intelligence was his dumb stat.
I don't need these brains; they'll only slow me down.
It's true, though.
But yeah, I would say that if what I'm kind of expecting is if you want to kind of interact and discuss like what plans are while you're out on the road, anything to that effect. I will note that Orlandis, your entire retinue has basically kind of set up shop to ensure that your effects are taken care of while you're gone. You do have the option to take block lifter if you want, but you don't have to.
Okay.
Glint would like to pay Albrecht a visit.
Okay, we'll get to that. Just double checking with Jonah. Do you want to take him or no?
Oh, it's Albert? Yeah, I don't mind.
Taking block lifter is what I was asking.
Oh, block lifter? No, I'm not gonna take him.
Okay, cool.
He would be more like not useful, but he would be better in the in the fields helping them with whatever they need.
It's just safer in the town, to be sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then you wanted to speak to Albrecht?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went down to the barrow with Astrogoth, and I didn't get to poke around too much, but I did see a break in the fence. I'm not sure if you are aware of it.
Yeah, they have it pretty well protected, if I remember correctly. Near the south of the gate a bit there, yeah?
Yeah, I believe it's the southwest corner.
Yeah, they've got people at that well all day. All night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I only saw 2 guys, but well, do you know if that well's dry or?
I don't. It's certainly something to look into for sure. But yeah. Oh, what happened?
I don't know.
What?
What happened?
Oh, Tom said he had a blip on his computer.
Oh, I see. I was like, extra. Who's that? It's Tom. Tom is extra.
Perfect.
He's the best.
I already have the display fixed, so I could quickly switch it and have Tom's character replaced with a picture. Anyway.
So yeah, what kind of thinks about it for a second. He says, "Do you know if there's any, I don't know, underground tunnels around here or caverns or anything like that?"
From what I understand, there's plenty of networks underneath gardened. Lots of different waterways, old sewerways. The town was built on the remnants of an older city that was the bastion city of the forts up in the mountain. But I don't know all the details. No one's ever mapped them. I know that they're most commonly entered up in Tarn and in and around there.
Hmm.
Most
Well,
of,
we're planning an excursion into the forest, but
I know.
when we return, it might be worth checking out those tunnels and seeing if there's possibly some other way to get into the Barrow. Okay, that's it. I just wanted to pick your brain a little bit, let you know I found something while I was out there.
To be sure. Yeah, it's something to take into account. And if you can find a way into that well, it might be an easier way to get into that section. But yeah, I don't have anything. I don't have a way in. That's why we were courting Astrogoth as we were. I think my
Yeah,
accent changed. I don't even know what I sounded like last session.
that's all right. I just well, do you know? I mean, is there anyone that's perhaps more familiar with those ruins?
I'm just having a fun time over here with the laughter at the accent. Which the ruins? Which ones?
The ones that you said the that all this is built on.
Again, if I knew somebody who had better mapping of the underworks that might lead us into Endvarrow, I wouldn't have tried to get Astrogoth. I just want to make sure you understand. No, he does not. There's no line of questioning here that's going to change that. Sorry. I don't want to be. I don't want to be.
All right.
If you want to go down there and check it out, you could. That's absolutely an option, but I don't have an answer
No,
for
that's fine.
it being
Just
used.
wanted to make sure there wasn't any
No, certainly not.
direction.
Yeah, if he had a way in, he would have used it instead of trying to find one. Okay. Any other questions for anything? Anything that you want to purchase before you head out? Keeping in mind the general store's right next door. Anything that you want to do before you leave?
How long is the trek out there expected to take us?
So it's a couple hours into kind of the heart of the Stoutwood. Again, it's right on. Technically, if you want it to be like really technical, the most of the copses of trees that are kind of present in Midtown are like offshoots of the Stoutwood. So basically, like 2 miles out, you're kind of running right into the edge of the Stoutwood, and then kind of moving into it through the next mile or 2 or 3.
I know it's only a short distance away, but it may be smart to get supplies and everything in case we have to spend the night out there before we come back for any reason.
To the compendium.
So, depending on your desires to kind of stay unroofed, you could purchase tents. There are 2-man tents that are available at the general store, and other provisions that might prove useful. I'm sure most folks have rations in their travel packs already.
Yeah, I'm pretty much good to go.
You know. But yeah, tent's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a tent.
I think to accommodate the entire party, we'll need at least 3. How much are they?
2, because you're gonna have 2 people on watches.
Oh, that's fair.
One of you doesn't sleep.
Yeah. Yay.
Francis.
I know that
Why are you so
pain.
confused?
No, I'm looking at something on the compendium.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
It's just his face.
I'm assuming it's not showing the price.
It's
Well,
2
it was-
GP.
It was when I clicked it and then it just brought up a blank window.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's loading. And then after like an unreasonably long amount of time, I was like,
Maybe
Are you-
not.
Are you buying a tent?
I'm just looking at how much it costs.
I'll buy
Okay.
one.
All right.
Okay. So two
I'll get
tents.
one as well. Yeah.
Glint is no stranger to roughing it.
You're putting your 2 tents in.
Get
Wow.
out of here.
/ quit.
I didn't know Elizabeth was running the game. That's so fucking weird.
Well, that's
This
what
is
that's
the
what
second
Andy
time
said.
tonight, I'm not running anything.
Andy said Liz is DMing, so I'm just trying to make that real for the audience. You know, the audience is watching, and I want to make sure that they are getting what they came for. You know,
I don't
Mm.
want
stupid punts. Anyway,
So do we got the 2 tents, or does somebody need to buy another one?
I'm looking. Is it under just items in the compendium, or?
I think
They're
2
2
cents is
gold
law.
apiece.
yeah, it's 2 gold.
I'm gonna see where it showed the.
Gonna
like,
murder me.
okay.
You could just type at the search bar tent. It should be like the 5th one.
Yeah, and it'll give you all the info on it, but it won't tell you how much it costs.
Yeah, Roll20's compendium's kind of whack like that. Doesn't have the prices for magic items.
Oh yeah.
Or
Also,
item
I don't have rations in my inventory, so I should probably pick up some of those as well.
Do you have an adventurer's kit?
They should be included in your whatever pack you chose.
I have a scholar's pack.
Oh, that's why.
Scholars.
Scholar's pack doesn't come with it. It comes with like meat and stuff.
Hmm.
It's unlucky.
You can just eat books. It's fine.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, 100% does not have any food whatsoever in it.
The entertainer's pack also doesn't.
Weird.
Starving artist.
Yeah,
Really
Apparently.
I guess it makes
And
sense.
clergy.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess you're expected to be able to like stay at.
Make a living by doing plying your trade.
Yes, allow me to
Yeah.
busk out in the wilderness. I'm sure I'll be able to afford lots of things.
I've seen enough
Right.
Disney movies. If you play well enough, like squirrels and birds will bring you berries and stuff. It'll be
Yeah.
fun.
Or-
True, and then I can just grab the squirrel.
And then
Start
bash and
digging
sat
to
on
the
a
forest.
tree.
The animal you
Oh, I love that Disney film. That'd be great.
Oh, no.
And all the others are just like. Anywho,
Awful.
if there's nothing else that you wish to purchase, I'm assuming you're going to make your move to the Stoutwood.
Oh yeah.
Bear with me
How
here.
much are the rations?
Oh,
Again, it doesn't say.
Should be cheap.
Yeah, I think
1 silver apiece.
And then the rations cover a day
Day.
each, don't they?
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah. They're 5 SP.
5 silver apiece.
God damn inflation.
Wow.
Well, that's how you eat them. Just, I don't know. I was trying to make another. I was trying to make another.
We don't have an artificer here, John. That's not how rations can work here.
All right, fine. So you make your way to the Stoutwood. Bear with me here. You spend some time traveling and following the map that is provided to you by the dwarf bard. And as you kind of travel through the woods, some of you have been, around this area and have, seen the, the horizon, the environment that you're kind of around. And when he brings you to a specific area, you'd notice that you really didn't have a solid understanding of the nature of the world around you. There are a lot of hills present in the area, especially south of the town. But you didn't realize that you were actually the whole time on a higher point of land than what would be sea level. The river, it seems, actually is a bit higher than sea level, or this is very much depressed below sea level. As you come to this space, and you'd probably be approaching this space from the south, so right around here-ish, you would come to find that you've landed on a game trail, and it appears to enter into a low divide that kind of drops down, but then rises up, so that you, where you're standing, which would be what you consider kind of ground level, is about the same height as there-ish. So it's a sharp descent down, but one that's well worked out due to the kind of drop off and then rise. This black spear you see is a rocky hill, and at its top it has a spear-like protrusion kind of rising up from its summit. It doesn't look like it was carved to be that way. It just looks like the wind has taken it and shaped it to look like a spearhead or an arrowhead. You haven't seen any markers or trackers or anything kind of like untoward on your travel in. You did see that there are a lot of apple trees in the Stoutwood, and around the area that you're in, you can see that there are still some apple trees as well, but some of them have white apples instead of the red apples that you've seen more primarily on the outskirts closer to the town. Looking at this space, you would see that there is a smaller cairn kind of off to the side of the larger rocky outcropping, and it appears to be blossoming with kind of a white steam or smoke. There's also a couple of points on the cairn itself that seem to be emitting a bit of mist or something, but you're not sure whether it's volcanic activity, some sort of fires being lit within, or some other means of generating steam or smoke.
Hmm. Are there any unusual smells?
No, not really. It definitely smells very earthy. The ground, it being into autumn, has a kind of nice layer of like wet and kind of dead leaf that's kind of just present on the ground. And it has a certain kind of just wet kind of it not quite petrichor, but kind of like like a strong kind of damp plant smell.
How dense is like the tree cover?
It's a lot of younger trees from what you can see like around you. It looks like towards the back end from what you can see up here that a lot of the trees around the cairn that smokes and this kind of clearing you can see from here, just barely see over here, have kind of older growth trees. So taller trees with less kind of lower covering, more just kind of sparse covering at the tops.
Is there anything weird about the white apples or the trees that they're coming from?
Well, we addressed those last session. I'll just go over it again. You'll note that about a dozen of them are taken up by Balgar. They are magic apples, and they were
Okay,
specifically something that Brunlock was looking for.
Gotcha.
Well, might as well take a few.
Yeah, it looks like Balgar's taken a dozen himself. So if you want to take any, you can.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say somebody was seeking to acquire some?
Brunlock, and it looks like
Oh,
Balgar
we already
is.
did.
Well, no, Brunlock wants them. Balgar is getting them for him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's
And
already
we can always get more on our way back.
Yeah, if you want some for yourself, you can get some
right.
as well.
Well, we know where it's at, so we can always come back. But
Sure.
for now, yeah. Are they? Can I just reach up and grab one?
Yeah. Some of them
Okay.
are on the ground.
Brunlock also stated that a lot of these trees were guarded.
Yep, but you haven't seen any signs of guardians. You haven't seen any signs of people trying to accost you or anything while you're in this space.
Well, I will attempt to spring that trap and take an apple.
Nothing happens. Balgar already has 12.
Cool. He kind of shines it on his shirt, looks at it for a second, then takes a bite.
Okay.
It's a mimic. Fuck.
Do you just take a single bite or do you consume the whole apple?
I mean, I'm taking an initial cautionary bite, and assuming nothing bad happens, I'll eat the whole thing.
Okay, yeah, nothing bad happens, and as you finish the apple, for the next hour, which depending on what you do, you'll have a +1 to saving throws.
Nice.
Ooh. Okay.
Well, that was a damn good apple.
You do not feel strange.
No, I feel pretty good actually.
Okay, this is good. Just be on your guard. He said these forests, these hills were guarded. I did not see anyone though.
Oh, well, he kind of looks around for a second, and then he just turns and just like throws the apple core into the woods as hard as he can.
Perhaps they're scared.
He's like, well, there goes the evidence, so we should be okay.
Eh.
We move forward into the forest.
Okay, are you
Yeah.
doing so at your normal walking speed? Are you trying to remain stealthy, or are you rushing?
Would there be any reason for the Denisovans to be out here?
No, but there's mention of either elves or orcs that are present around here guarding this location.
Yeah.
So if they are kind of the shoot first, ask questions later types, it might behoove you to be hidden. But if they aren't as fast as your group can be, probably going to be faster than you. You have a dwarf. It might have behooved you to rush, and then if you just move at your normal pace, then it's just you don't know. We'll see.
I suggest we stick to the trail and try to move stealthily. I actually have a skill trick called Group Stealth. All allied creatures that are not proficient with the stealth skill within 10 feet of you gain a bonus to their dexterity stealth checks equal to 1/2 your proficiency bonus, which would be 1. So
Nice.
it's not much, but you get a +1 to stealth.
If you're
It
not
works.
trained in stealth already, yep.
It works. It works.
Okay.
I'm not trained.
So we have one person per travel stealthily. Is everybody okay with this idea, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we've been warned, so sure.
If multiple people have group stealth, does it stack?
no?
Okay.
So real quick rule for D&D
Probably
5
picking
that's
the highest though.
that's pretty well forgotten. If you ever get a bonus and it's from a source, and then you get a bonus that's from the same named source, you do not get both. So if you get blessed and then you get blessed again, you don't have double bless. You are just blessed.
What about wearing 2 rings of protection?
They don't stack.
Interesting.
But a cloak of protection and a ring of protection do stack. Yeah, it used to be a lot more confusing back in 3rd edition, I assure you.
Yeah, when there were like 4 different categories of
And
bonuses.
types
yeah.
of bonuses.
Yeah.
It was more than 4. It was way more than 4.
I guess, yeah.
They got pretty crazy in the later books. Anyway,
Yeah, because you'd be like, I'm gonna be attacking, and I have a +4 strength and a +3 to my +3 magic bonus, and then a
competence,
+5
etc., etc.
bonus.
Plus.
A
Corresponding
lot of math.
bonus.
A
Anyway,
lot of shit.
the point is if you're moving at stealth, I need everybody to go ahead and make a stealth check as you make your way down the hill
We're
there.
making our way downtown.
Making our way downtown.
Doing
I
great.
got a 3.
Oh,
You're welcome.
no.
A
You're
hard
welcome.
3.
Okay,
It's
so
okay, I didn't do great either.
everybody has a +1. You said.
Yep.
Ashragoth, are
You're
you
not proficient?
are you proficient with stealth, Ashragoth?
It's checked off, so I would assume that
Yep.
means yes.
Okay, and so Glint, you're also proficient, so there's no
That'd
bonus
be
there.
Castia and Orlandus.
That's
and
okay.
I'm assuming Balgar.
That's a failure. Okay.
It's a natural.
I'm
one
not
to
good at crimes, guys. I don't know how to sneak.
Jonah rolls a dice, and it's like, here we see the duality of man.
double.
Bear with me here.
He's doing his best.
I didn't even
And
roll.
also his worst.
There's no helping that roll, even if I roll with Balgar.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna let him get away with it this time. I think. Let's see. Where is it? Random.
Orlando's tripped a couple times. You just heard
Stubs
him
his
out.
toe. He just
Yeah.
shouts out, "God damn it!"
um.
Trips over a log.
Oh my gosh! Why is
Yeah.
this?
Falls. Armor clatters.
That log
Assume-
wasn't there before.
It's like a
Assuming
wind
that-
chime.
Glint is in some way, shape, or form like assisting people with where to step or whatnot. Castiel kind of like lean over and be like, "Am I doing it wrong? Is it supposed to be like that?"
There's just one perfectly placed apple, and it's just the right amount of succulent. You step on it, and just makes that loud, just sound.
Yeah. Just ripping, but also somehow juicy at the same time.
So it shouldn't be pitch black.
It's like-
Let me fix that. And daylight mode, yes, thank you. Okay, cool. But there are trees that are kind of blocking line of sight. And I'm going to put you on this little path, and you're heading north on it. It's kind of a bend in the path that you were on. I just want you to go ahead and put yourself in what you would consider your marching order on the path. And I will make sure that you have a Sarth as well. Orlando's up towards the front.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's everybody else?
I'd probably be towards the middle, I think. Yeah, I'll just stay there.
All right, then I guess Glint will be backing up Orlandus.
Yeah, Castia will probably be sticking close to Sarth since that's the one person that she kind of knows.
That makes sense. Can you put yourself on a square, Chad?
Oh no, sorry. I didn't
Glint
realize.
doesn't play by your rules.
I didn't
Can't
realize
box
we
me
were
in.
moving to a map, and I went to.
That's what a chaotic alignment does. Sorry.
Yes, a chaotic alignment smokes.
I got you. I put you in a state.
All right.
He put you in a box.
Okay. So as you kind of come to this position, you hear a whistling sound. No one really picks up on it meaning anything. It's almost like a whistle that someone intended to try and sound like a bird, but you can very clearly kind of tell it's not. And then the next thing that you know, you are fired upon as you are ambushed.
Nice.
I couldn't bring the shield up and attach it as the whistle went off, right?
If you weren't traveling with it attached, then no.
Okay.
Bear with me.
Logistically, it wouldn't have made sense to travel with it attached,
It's up-
especially if it's a big shield.
it's up
I
to you.
mean, logistically, it wouldn't have made much of a difference.
No,
Sure.
Glint
Very
would have.
Maybe that's why.
He probably would have had a hand on one or the other.
He forgot he had the shield attached to his arm and was just clanging it against every tree we walked past.
3, 4,
Dink.
5, 6, 7.
Dink.
I don't like how high you're counting.
Just 7. Okay.
I don't like that number.
It's a good number.
seem
It's a
like-
solid number. So
Yeah.
you are fired upon. As
Well,
I
it's a
mentioned.
little bit of an odd number, but
I rolled for it. Let's
I gotta give
see.
myself a 15-foot aura. Where is it? Where are you?
So the music is definitely betraying what's happening. So I'm going to quickly
Yeah.
switch that.
it's not exactly prime.
Is the music supposed to be coming through Roll20 or?
Yeah.
Yeah. You might have to mess with your settings. I've had to do that a couple of times. Oh, spicy.
I don't like this song title either, John. What the fuck are you
Anyway,
counting high playing a song called The Brink of Death? Jesus.
they fire arrows from short bows directly at your crew. You're
is this a
surprised.
surprise?
So
No reactions?
we're gonna put the initiative tracker up. Go ahead and everybody roll it.
Oh, well, shit. I keep forgetting about my goddamn thing.
What is it?
No, it has to be said before everyone rolls.
Okay, what was it? I'm okay with it since this is like one of the first combats we're doing.
So it is a John item.
Huh?
It is a John item.
Yeah.
That is true. It is. Shit. I think it's commanding presence.
Out with it, nerd.
Oh, I thought
Sorry.
you were cast tactics.
Okay, so you and friendly
I can
creatures
either-
within 15 of you gain a bonus initiative rolls equal to your proficiency bonus. After you roll the initiative, you can switch with one ally within 15 feet. So that would be Astrogoth, Lose, Glint. Add +2 to your if your proficiency bonus is +2. Add that to your initiative. You should be able to modify your initiative in the tracker.
Wait a minute. This sounds from Chrono Cross, isn't it?
Shut up! Don't say that. They're gonna know.
They actually can't. You usually actually can't hear it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it's
don't
from
know.
Frigger Frigger.
Yeah, that's right. It is from Chrono Cross. That's right.
It is from
According to
the
this,
classic PlayStation game
everybody's-
Chrono Cross.
From
According to this,
Fahuka.
everybody's within 15 feet of him.
Caspia is
Oh.
not fully within. Neither is Balgar, and Sark is not either.
I also have this focused, but
Yeah, he has.
again, it was before.
He has the
Okay.
aura up, so it's.
So I'm assuming. Well, are you level 5?
No, 3.
Okay,
But-
so that's
Did everybody
I
modify
have-
their initiatives?
I also
I did.
have focus. Like, if you guys, everyone in my aura, if you want to forego your initiative and just go right after me.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have known what your initiative was. So I'm going to say focus no, commanding presence fine.
Sure. Okay, fair.
Because they didn't forego their roll, they rolled.
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
He lives. The boy.
Sure, I'll go right after you.
Oh hey,
yeah.
let me know when you're going to jump in, and I'll drop out my extra. Joe, we're about to start a fight.
Oh,
Okay. So cool. Did you want to switch with anybody, Jonah?
No, I'm good.
Wait.
With you.
I'm sorry. So what? We forego.
No.
Oh, I see.
We're ignoring
Doesn't
focus.
apply. But yeah, ignoring. Focus.
Yeah. Ignore focus.
But for future reference, before combat starts, you can just decide not to roll and let him roll, and you can go after him.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. Sorry. Astrogoth made a joke, and I was like, wait a second.
For my
Well,
Rude.
Get the joke now because he is going right at.
for my simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna say, and since he's here, I'm just gonna put Polgar on 23. He was focused. Okay. So start of the combat.
boy.
So Orlandus, you're surprised. Balgar,
Yeah.
you're surprised. Astrogoth, you're surprised. Lose, you're surprised.
Hmm.
Then the orcs shoot at you.
Pew pew pew.
Can you rearrange the initiative?
Why?
Well, because with
Oh.
Sorry,
team
Glint,
presence, I'm
One's
actually.
bottom.
Glint, you're surprised.
No, I know I was surprised. I just want to make sure everything.
All right.
worked.
And then they shoot at you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a lot of good rolls with advantage. Okay, so the one at the direct bottom is going to fire at Sarth, Castia, Lose, Glint, Orlandus. So against Sarth, that's a hit. He takes some damage. Against Castia, that's a hit. You take 5 piercing. Against Lose, that's a hit. You take 4 piercing. Against Glint, that's a crit. 9 piercing and a miss. And then against Orlandus, that's a crit. That'll be 12 piercing and a regular hit, which is 4 more.
So, because of surprise, you said no reactions.
No reactions.
crits don't affect me.
That's fine. Then
Nice.
shift back. That'll be 9 plus 4.
Okay,
The bonus damage wasn't massive.
gotcha.
Just a d6. The thing you'll notice, though, is after they've loosed their shots, they start to move forward. And as they're doing so, they're reaching up over their hand or their shoulders and grabbing the hilt of what looks to be like an elvish style, like battle axe. So they'll move.
I got the fancy stuff.
And it'll go to Castia, who is surprised. Oh, sorry, that's one back. And then it'll go to Orlandus, who is the first that is not surprised.
Oh yeah. Okay. Action. Attach the shield,
Mm-hmm.
and then bonus action. Is this a bonus action? No. Bonus action. I'm going to use Knight's Move
Okay.
on Lose, and I'm going to point to this gentleman over here. I'm just going to say, attack him, and then
You don't get to attack. You just move your speed that way.
my
Elizabeth.
bad.
Attack him's good. That's fine, flavor-wise. And
Thank
she darts over to him, hand on the sword. That's action, bonus action. You have movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over this way so everyone can be in my commanding presence.
As you kind of spin around, the shield out. I'm assuming the weapon out. As you kind of take a defensive posture for the others. Okay.
Yeah.
Joe, Bulgar's up. So the situation, you traveled into the Stout Wood. You got attacked by orcs. As usual. You're all caught up. Took us 40 minutes to get here.
Classic.
I cast sorry.
It's okay.
I cast Sharp Note and this one. Right here.
Okay. Waiting for the roll.
Yeah.
All right, that'll hit. And click on that. The name Sharp Note in the chat should. Yeah, you got it. Oh, that's not so good. Okay.
And then Chad gets Bard Inspiration.
Pulls the heart, quickly throws a note across the way. You see it kind of just spark of blood kind of appear on the orc's shoulder, and then as the song continues from the Sharp Note, it inspires Glint. Astrogoth.
You said that they were putting their bows away and starting to move into.
They're still holding their bows, and they've drawn their battle axes. So they're holding the bows in one hand, and then they have the battle axes in the other.
Okay. And how large is each one of the squares? 5 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I think I'm going to cast Darkness then, which lets me... It's a 15-foot radius sphere. I think I want to put it here, essentially, to make it so that they're... essentially just make it so everybody further up the road wouldn't be able to see us as easily.
Okay, let me see if I've got a spell template for that already. Second level... No, I don't. Okay, let me just go ahead and make one real quick. Darkness. Book of Vial. Hold on a second here. Medium assets, marketplace, faster casters. Come on now. Darkness. Ringed. You said it's 15 radius?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's one too many. And then you are symbol. Okay, you should be able to move it where you want. Okay, and then once it's placed, I'll go ahead and move it to the map layer because it's static.
Okay.
All right. The shadows kind of pull off of the trees and kind of come out of the grass as they kind of form in the center. concealing the two that were running up the road towards Glint and Orlandis. Okay. Losai, you're up.
Okay, I am going to. I believe this is where I call my stance.
Yeah.
Cormorant,
Okay.
I think is what I'm gonna go with this time. Yeah. And we're going to attack him. Oh, is that double-handed? That's one-handed.
Okay.
13.
That'll hit him.
Okay. So he gets 15.
Okay. As you kind of shift forward, kind of taking into the stance at the beginning of the initiative, drop low, bring the blade out, flash into him. You feel a very fluid connection that you felt hundreds of times in the past as the blade sinks down to the hilt or to the guard on him. You look at his face and then just quickly twist and turn and pull out, and his whole body just sinks as the life leaves him from the flare of the blade.
Well, that was too easy.
It's exactly on the nose number of hit points he needed to die. You still have movement and a bonus action.
So we're gonna go over here to this one, and I think still getting used to the duelist sheet. That is not what I want.
No
I
worries.
think that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
As you move over, you kind of flourish the blade with like a spin, kind of rotating it through the other hand. The blood flares out from it onto the grass, and you move over to the other orc. Glint,
And
you...
I gain focus.
Yep. So you made one attack and
I
end a
get
turn.
two.
2 focus points. Losai done. Glint up.
Let's see. Yeah, he's just gonna move right up here on this guy. And as he moves, he drops his hand crossbow and pulls out his parrying dagger. And I'm gonna go with a, let's see, main hand short sword attack. Oof. I'm gonna spend my bardic inspiration on that one.
Okay.
On that attack. So that's 12.
12 will miss.
And then
13's the target number, by the way.
I got you. Offhand with the parrying dagger. Fuck.
Yeah. So as you kind of rush forward, you see kind of Losai spinning, and he's just getting the axe out of the small like pocket that it's set in, the scabbard that it's set in. As it comes free and he's got the short bow, you rush in and he kind of catches your short sword with the bow and flares it out to the side as he spins the axe in his hand to knock your parrying dagger astride. All right. He kind of looks at you and kind of dismissively and then snaps his axe straight towards Losai.
I think
If you have any reactions, say so now.
evasive footwork.
It's static, yeah. It just asks your AC different.
Oh, okay.
Regardless, 13's not going to hit your armor class. He brings the axe in. You just kind of catch it and bring it down to the guard and then move it aside. He's annoyed, but in the seconds that you're kind of paying attention to him instead of the other one, an axe comes flaring in, and 15 misses as well. Not so great on their part. These guys back here are kind of and will move around the shadows. And then they'll use their bonus action to use the ability Aggressive to move 30 more towards a hostile target.
Rude.
And then they will attack.
Oh, I see. That's the one I was thinking of, Rising Blade.
So they did just move at you. If you want to use your reaction, they are... You can. Now's the time to do it because 2 just rushed at you.
Oh, then I'll use that.
Okay, so you're using it on
I
the
can only use
first
it on-
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first one.
Okay, so you'll make an attack. And click the Rising Blade for me so I have it. All right.
Trying to, yeah. So I can use the double-handed.
Oh yeah, he moved a shit ton, by the way. He moved 60.
Fuck.
That'll hit. So 60 divided by 5 is 10.
10, yeah.
Is it?
12.
12. I'm
12.
bad at math.
12. Yeah.
I'm bad at math. It's a tradition. So that's going to be
Okay.
12d4 plus your damage normal. So go
Alright.
ahead and
Christ.
Damage normal.
you
He's
kill them.
already dead.
Yeah, you kill them with that. But so just to describe what happens, you see him rushing and you kind of drop low. He brings the axe over double-handed kind of towards you. You drop low and then bring the weapon up, catching him under the jaw. It lances through his head, and then you just kind of tear to the side, and his head kind of just breaks off his neck a bit.
I just want to know. So it's 1d4 extra damage for
Per
every
5 feet.
feet. So you said he moved
60.
So it's
Yeah, you get-
12. I just want to roll it for fun.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
I
he's-
like this feature.
He's very, very dead. The other one, on the other hand, does not have that. He does hit you, and he will deal 11 slashing points to you.
It's alright.
It's not 38.
Oh, allow me to go ahead and use a reaction.
After the attack roll? I said I was attacking with that. Go ahead.
When you were another creature, I'm sorry, did the other attack hit her?
Oh, it's on a hit. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's when they take damage.
Got it.
Use your reaction, expend one psionic energy die, roll the die, reduces damage taken by the number rolled plus your intelligence modifier.
Roll it.
So that is 1d6 plus 2.
I just want a little bit of blood. Chad. Okay, so
God
3.
damn it.
So
Classic chat.
it'll be 8 damage instead of 11. You see Glint's hand kind of
Malika!
rush off to the side as the blade or the battle axe kind of twists and hits you instead of kind of like dead on the shoulder, kind of just scraping the shoulder instead. Castia.
We're fine.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. I still have 2 more I need to figure out. Hold on.
Root.
One of them manages to find his way out the correct direction and ends up adjacent to Orlandis. The other one kind of doesn't know what's happening, bumps into a tree, gets turned around, and ends up on the other side, and doesn't know where to go. So he's just going to spend his turn being confused. This guy here, though, is going to attack Orlandis. 23 to hit.
Yep.
It's only going to be 5 points of damage.
Okay.
But it looks like the two-handed wielding, he's swinging really hard. And so you understand, during their turn, they use their item interaction to put their short bows away so that they can wield the battle axes two-handed.
Okay.
Castia, you can go. Oh wait, the trees haven't.
Okay, yeah, if the trees have some, like,
Sorry.
they want to use
I'm
razor
sorry.
leaf or whatever, you know?
They're Bulbasaurs. They're all Bulbasaurs. Go ahead.
Not mimics, they're Bulbasaurs.
Yeah.
Cassia will look around kind of panicked at being hit and seeing all of these creatures that she's never seen before kind of like rushing at the party, and everybody's taken some damage and been hit. So she will probably yell out for them to stop and use Channel Divinity to activate this Twilight Sanctuary. So anybody that ends their turn within 30 feet will get 1d6 plus 2 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
Okay. Kind of like a pulse of twilight kind of rushes out from her, kind of skews the way the world looks in this area for a second, and then kind of ends with like it's not completely dark, it's just like a more nightly feeling around the space. Castia, do you have any movement or bonus action?
I will probably stay right here, just kind of panicked and looking around.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put up an aura for you because it does seem like it sits. And it is
A 30-foot radius.
Thank you. And other people can see it. Save it. All right. If you're staying where you're at, then that'll end your turn. Moving on to Orlando's.
Do we have
Okay.
Sarth do anything at any point?
Oh,
here?
sorry. Sarth goes after you. Thank you for the reminder. He is focused. He's going to rush around you, kind of like pushing his hand, and then he spins his axe up, and he will attack recklessly. It is a great act. Yep. He hits the orc. He does not kill him.
Damn.
All right. Orlandis, you are up.
He gets temporary hit points for what it's worth.
As an action, I'm going to
Okay.
use Inevitable Wave, one of my exploits, and then I'm going to try to hit this guy.
Okay.
Spear. 19 hits. 9 damage. Nice. So with Inevitable Wave, everyone within my commanding presence can now move up to their speed and attack, like as a reaction. No, is it a reaction? No.
No.
You can just attack if you guys want with the
So
melee.
on their turn, they can use their action to move their speed and attack.
All on their turn.
And then they can move again on their movement. So now anybody in your aura can use the same exploit. What the exploit says is, as an action, move your speed, attack at the end of your speed.
Gotcha.
That's it. And now everybody who's in your commanding presence, which is everyone, can now do that on their turn.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Basically a way to dash and still get an attack.
Yeah, it's definitely more of a we want to move up and attack if we're doing it like a distance. It's a kind of lead
Gotcha.
from the front deal.
Okay. And then bonus action, inspiring word on Lasse. Or no. Forget that. Sorry, because temp points don't stack. That's just my turn.
Okay. Orlando's done. Bulgar up.
That's 4 temporary hit points for you, ending the turn in the sphere, Jonah.
Nice.
Sharp note on the one that's on Jonah.
Do your
Hit.
points stack up or no?
No.
I think you only just get the one layer of temporary hit points. I don't think it'll keep accruing.
So the roll will be made again, and then if it's higher than the amount that's currently available, the new amount will be the higher amount.
Okay. Yeah, no. The first amount's still higher.
You strum across the harp, it throws the wave, catching this one kind of in the side of the neck. He's bleeding heavily, but he's now kind of like more determined and focused on his axe. He's still alive, is the point. Bonus action or movement from you, Bulgar?
Nah. I end my turn.
Astrogoth. He looks like he's on death's door. And you get 6 temporary hit points, Bulgar, before we move on. But yeah, Astrogoth, how would you like to go?
I will finish him off with the power of song. Play a little funky diddly on my flute, I guess. Let me see. Hold on a second. Where is that? Oh, here it is.
Oh,
So that was 7 temp hit points for you. I just made a quick attack and spell casting thing, so I can do that as opposed to manually rolling it every.
Where'd the attack go?
Let me try this again. There we go.
Okay. So 13 will miss. You like the Kruthic before, you strum the device, or you play the device, and you can see the distortions, and then you see the ground, actually probably the rock behind him, kind of detonate as a bunch of kind of flecks of it kind of fly off.
I swear somebody touched this.
Back to tuning. Do you have any movement or bonus actions, Astrogoth?
No, that's it.
8 temporary hit
And then-
points.
Okay, so am I getting 8 or 7 from...
7
The
was
7 was for Joe. The 8 is for you.
Okay, thank you.
Lose.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and hit this big boy in front of us. Just as before. 25.
And you said the one in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna also use, I think, Grace on Strike.
Dawn's Grace Strike is as the action. So if you were using
Oh, never
it,
mind.
yeah. So
It's all good.
no
I'll
worries.
take that.
He is not dead. And you, if you have no movement, or bonus action, it'll go to your end turn. You'll get go ahead and temporary hit point her, and then you'll also get 2 focus plus 1 more, so 3 focus for this turn, up to your maximum.
Yep.
All right.
Wow, rolling bad for me. All right.
I'm sorry. I mean, that's still 4 more than you had before, right?
It's true. I think I've.
And that's every turn, so...
Every turn I get that much.
At least that much.
Wow.
Well,
I'll take it.
you could get 3 next turn, but close to at least that much.
Glint.
Once again, I'm just gonna do short. So the one directly in front of me has not been hurt yet.
No, yeah, the one in the middle has.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go short sword and parry and dagger on this first guy here.
Okay. Hit.
Yeah. So that's 9 damage,
Okay.
and then bonus action parrying dagger.
Hit.
Does anybody have inspiration?
It hits.
Yeah, I just really wanted that crit. So that's well, yeah. So that's
You
10,
killed.
So that should actually be enough to kill him.
Yeah, you killed him. You didn't.
Yeah.
You don't have a chance of doing like 30 something damage. It's
No, you're right.
even for
I
show,
was
it's not
thinking,
worth
like
it. I want it.
I forgot I had so many piercing bonuses.
I want to hit him and kill him.
I do want to kill him. I'm trying to make up for lost ground.
I get you. The 2 are going to fight against Lose. The 1 is going to continue to fight against Orlando's. 2 attacks against Lose. A 19 will hit. A 7 will miss. The 19 will do 6 slashing damage. And then the one who is the other one. That's a sentence. Against Orlandus, a 16 will miss. You have him locked on that shield. Alright. Orcs are done. Oh, sorry, the guy. I don't know what's going on, and this is confusing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 60. He's just gonna go.
He's like, I'm out.
This was fun, but no thank you. Cassia.
We'll probably look at the one that is between Orlandus and Sarth, and I will try to use Sacred Flame on it.
Texas
So
14.
DC 14, yeah.
He will succeed. So,
Okay.
yeah, the bolt hits the ground as he kind of jumps back, confused, but absolutely reflexive and aware. Then Sarth will swing.
Go Sar.
Yeah.
Kill it.
He does kill it.
Yes.
As he kind of like is fighting, like you're kind of keeping him against the axe, and he says, "Face me, don't hit him," and swings really hard and like puts the axe into the side of the orc so hard that the orc actually bends sideways, and Sarth actually rolls over top of him, and the two kind of actually tumble onto the ground. Sarth kind of depositing onto the ground prone over here as he just put all of his weight into the axe.
Good
I like
job, buddy.
But
I like it.
Lotte like sees the success of it, but also it's like judging the attack, like knowing that it only killed him because of all the damage that was already present. It only just clipped him. Like judgments are present, but like results are
doing his
fine.
best.
Or
Results are good, but he's doing his best.
Orlandus, you're up.
All right.
Homework.
Orlandus is going to use direct the strike on Lose, and she can attack. She was attacking this one, right?
The middle
left?
one. Middle one.
Or the middle one? Okay.
But if you make her
Yeah.
attack the one on the left, it would be a cool command. Like
True.
him instead. Clint can finish the other one.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll tell Lose to attack the one on the left. Far left. And then
Oh wait,
I'll
that's not an
use-
immediate.
That hit. Yeah, it's a
No,
reaction.
yeah, it's immediate.
Oh,
yeah,
it is?
immediate.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And then
You haven't spent your reaction this cycle. Okay. Solid hit.
Oh, that's right.
All right, and then
I'll do it
movement
next time.
bonus action.
Yeah, bonus action. I'll use Knight's move on Sarf to get closer to the one that Glint is going to be fighting.
He's prone, so he'll have he'll move half of his speed.
That's okay.
He's not getting up, but he's hold on. He's not there. He's there.
Okay.
He just crawls that way, and he hasn't gotten up. It's more or less he's trying to get up and like follow the command, but he's just kind of like trying to get up, but he's not able to do so yet.
He's doing a good job.
He's doing his
trying.
best.
And then Orlandis is gonna come around right here to be right behind these two.
Cool. Bulgar, you're up.
Did Sarth take a hit?
No. He just hit that guy so hard he rolled over and fell prone. Sarth will have weird mechanics.
Okay.
He's just a
I'm
boy.
He's
I'm gonna-
a baby.
gonna play dangerous music at the one that Losa just stabbed.
Okay.
Steal my
Hit
kill.
and roll. Okay, there we go.
You're kind of trying to, pay attention to Lose's very specific moves and kind of trying to move to kind of catch it. And as you kind of throw the shrum, you actually kind of shoot it wide, and you can see it almost hits the back of him, but it goes far. You actually watch a single tree branch from the tree behind him kind of just fall to the ground with a couple of apples hitting the ground and bouncing about.
Not the apples.
Oh no.
At least they're not explosive apples.
Astrogoth. You're not the only one hit missing with music.
Not everyone's a hit.
I want to hit at least one, so I guess we'll
You got this.
change the tune up a bit. And...
Nice.
You got this.
There it is.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Are you shooting at the one that the bard just shot at?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Roll that damage to see it. Yeah. So
Stealing my kill.
you kind of strum or play the instrument that you're using, whichever it might be, and the note kind of goes up, and you can feel it kind of crescendo up and then drop down into the orc, into his head, and he kind of just knocks him unconscious, dropping him down.
Nice.
Just ensuring the story has a good ending, my dear.
What's that?
We're going back to this one in the middle. I'll still finish him, it looks like. 16.
Don't worry about damage.
I just want to roll it anyway, though.
Oh, that's fine. You see Orlandis behind him, so you kind of
15.
twist the blade and kind of throw it out as wide as you can into your hand, and then kind of grab it and pull it inwards, catching the orc in the side of the head, kind of just lancing him, and then twist, pull aside, and he just kind of... And then the quick shibari as you toss the blood onto the ground.
Let's see, that was 1, 2, 3.
No bragging.
It's all teamwork in the end.
That's the carry.
That is on my character sheet, though. That is a feature.
I get it. I mean,
Confident demeanor.
I'm digging it. The orcs are wearing pretty fine leathers. They have the battle axes, which I mentioned. They look like they're pretty well made. And then the short bows, which are also a kind of a forest orc design. It definitely looks like, based on the attack and the fact that one has, at this point, escaped, that they are locals, and they were just protecting their territory.
That's not good.
Like
The one that escaped.
Is anybody like bloodied as a result of that?
No, I think Lose and Glint are the only ones that took damage.
I'm about
Okay.
half down.
Yeah, same.
Oh, well, you've got a lot less hit points than I do.
I got 31.
I mean, after taking 9 damage, 31 is my total.
Eventually, you get to 7 temporary hit points, Elizabeth. It took a lot of rolls. This feature really does not like you.
But aren't those only for...
They're only for a
minute?
duration. Yeah, they're not going to last for a long time.
Yeah.
But for a brief period of time.
I feel good right now, yeah.
So before we all just start standing around patting ourselves on the back, how far away is this one that fled?
Oh, he's out of sight.
He's gone. He's
out.
gone. He said
He's gone.
bye. Oh, I don't know what's going on.
Well,
His turn was literally like, right
Yeah.
down the road, and he'd already
well,
made his way.
that sucks.
He should have
That
been
sucks.
90 away.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm faster than he is, so at a dead sprint, I could definitely like catch up to him
He
if I
can
knew
move-
where he was.
He can move 90 a turn.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
What?
He can dash as a bonus action.
What a
Well,
bastard!
Orcs, baby. Orcs.
Lose has been part of the agitators, correct? So
Yeah.
Castia kind of okay. Castia will head over to Lose and start bandaging up with the silver light on her hands. And I apologize in advance for you probably getting like 3 hit points, Elizabeth, but we'll see.
So what's the quality of this armor? Is it like better or worse than what I got?
It's definitely of a higher quality, but it's not like any different than leather armor.
I got you. Yeah, I got
Olanthus.
I'll
Leather would-
take it.
probably better.
That's about as good as I could have rolled.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Orlandus
anything
is gonna call
special?
Balgar over.
Okay.
Is there anything special about the battle axes?
They're just really nice looking. But yeah, you called Balgar over. Go ahead.
Balgar, do these look like they could have come from the forge?
Right?
Yeah, they're elvish.
No, just no. Okay, gotcha.
Not the ours.
And
So, okay, no, go ahead.
how does like Sarf's axe in comparison to any of these weapons? Like, would his weapon be?
He's wielding a great axe.
Oh, okay, great axe. Gotcha. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, so you would actually know the story kind of behind Sarth's great axe. His father, who is no longer with us, was a woodsman, and the great axe that he's wielding was actually a tool that was used to cut old growth trees in the stout wood to build a lot of the buildings that kind of Blothild and family kind of use. So,
Oh, okay.
yep.
Glint will take one of those short bows though, and then he'll retrieve the hand crossbow he dropped.
Did you need any arrows?
Oh yeah, that was next on the list. So I'll just say like a short bow and 20 arrows. He doesn't need a lot.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll go ahead and move us back to the larger map at hand. But I'm assuming that at that point you continue. So again, just to make sure we understand the options that are available. There's a cairn that's kind of smoking, steaming, white smoke over here. There's the cairn that has the black spear marker, which is basically a weathered stone tip that looks like it's been kind of cleft by the wind to form up to look like a spear or spearhead. There's the lake beyond, which is kind of a marshy mire that you saw from a distance. That's kind of over the ridge and on the opposite side of it. The path ahead of you looks like it does kind of come to a point where there does appear to be a path that moves up the greater of the two rocky formations.
I would like to check out this area here in case there are more of these orcs.
Well, we should be mindful of the fact that they live here. We can't go, hunting them down to exterminate them just because they.
No, not extermination. I would like to know if our backs are covered or exposed.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
If you'd
Always apologize.
If you'd like to take a second and think about it, is there anything about the battle scene that you want to investigate further, to try and get more information about? Specifically,
Actually, yeah, I wanted to check if they had any maps or any type of like identifying markers on their person.
so what what you would note is that their arrow quivers all have one arrow that appears to have a white tassel hanging from the back end of it.
Ooh, okay.
Lose, being an elf, would automatically know what this means. Elves and also forest orcs have a tradition. If they are not hostile automatically and are kill on sight for any reason, what they will do is they will loose one of the white tassel arrows towards their quarry, and it will land near them in their line of sight. That will let them know that they are in someone else's territory, and based on their reaction to the white tassel arrow, the orcs, elves, what have you, will react and respond in kind. But it's basically a, we're here, this is our territory, this is your warning. And they did not fire those at you to start. They fired regular dead shots trying to kill you.
So if we took the time to gather up all those white tasseled arrows that are present, how many would there be?
7, because there were 7 dead orcs, yeah.
There's 6 dead orcs.
So yeah, that's right, one got away, sorry.
Nope, the other one died on his way home.
Ah!
We found it.
Damn,
Chad
heart
killed
attack.
him with a question. Fine work, Chad.
Well done. You boggled them with numbers. That's the way to do John Dupre.
So yeah, Glenn's gonna go ahead and take those.
He
Okay.
fell and tripped over a rock.
And sort of well, I know they approached us from the west.
So actually, like, the road wasn't like a northwest situation. It was actually turned on its side if you look at where you're from.
Oh, so they came from the north.
No. So the guy who ran away, they were there. They were just waiting and laying an ambush for you. The one that got away, you saw kind of run up the road a bit. But if you'd like to try and find out where he went beyond that, you can certainly make survival checks to try and track him.
Yeah, survival's not my forte.
I could do it.
Yeah, one of the boys showed me how to track animals. I might be able to help.
Oh yeah. Alright. So okay. Do I just okay, I'm just gonna roll.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do. And it sounds like you're being helped, which means you'd have advantage. Okay, so you kind of head up the road following, and you would note that he breaks away from the road and heads directly south. Like, boom.
Mm.
And it looks like he does so for quite a time.
Oh, well, that's great, because that means if we continue heading north, that puts more distance between us and allegedly where they're at.
Do not like that at all.
No, that's a good thing. Because we can head north. We can head north towards this, and that way, that orc has to go all the way back to wherever his village is at, rally the troops, and then come all the way back to try and find us. So it should give us a bit of a head start if we want to head directly towards the peak.
Is that near the village?
I don't think we know where the village is.
Yes, this forest is vast, and so far it looks like it is south, or maybe there is a convoy south. We did not know.
Well, those were orcs. Aren't we looking for dwarves?
True. I'm saying that the only hostile orc that knows of our presence is headed this way.
Yeah.
I'm heading that way. So,
But if we head this way,
give him the old switcheroo.
yeah.
Or is there something about that frothing peak
there's
over there?
Are we looking for dwarves?
I think, aren't we?
Did I miss
No.
that part?
You're the one that started this quest,
We,
Joe. What do you mean?
No, it was an
We-
old dwarven stronghold, and
Well,
they got run off by orcs and then
Right.
killed to the last pretty much by orcs. So the
We're looking for
area is inhabited by orcs. Should be.
not Moria.
So then they might be down south.
Yeah, but we're gonna
is
go
them?
over here, right?
Where does the map say to go that I have?
The map says that the Black Spear is where you want to go. They're in the shadow of the Black Spear is the mountain door of Durgadin's last redoubt.
Yeah, it's somewhere over here. That's where we have to go to find the dwarven thing. But
But depending on the time of day, this could also be in the shadow.
that is true. Yeah, so we're gonna check out here first. We're gonna check out here.
I also just might be overthinking it, so you don't have to go with what I say.
Okay, so I just want to make
I'm
sure.
on board.
I've heard one person saying we're going to the smoking portion. Is that right?
All for the smoking portion.
Sure.
I mean, I
And
like the
there's
smoking section as much as the next guy, but
Probably the most direct place we're going to get answers.
really, so I'm sorry. Did the map indicate that this was where we needed to be going and not this place?
No,
The
it
map-
just said the shadow of
Yeah.
The black
black
sphere.
sphere.
And
It's
again,
just
you would know that shadows don't cast like 500 plus feet. So like the most direct place is probably that big cairn.
Okay, fine.
But
we'll
if you
go-
want to check out the other section, you certainly are. It's an option.
Sure.
I would love to.
Yeah, it seems like. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, is who's on board for the smoking portion?
Sure.
One. Yep, gotten some
Okay.
nods, got some hands.
Glint is
Okay.
trusting the locals, perhaps erroneously.
You take the road on that way, and then you kind of make your way through the trees. As you start to kind of break free of the trees and start to see a bit more of the rock, you would see that the rocks actually kind of have a, from a distance, it looks like a very solid formation, but up close, it looks like they're more broken, and there are kind of like flutes of stone that kind of rise up, like the calcification is kind of formed up over time, and there are portions that are releasing this steam, but the main core of it is almost like a volcanic cap that's kind of breathing out this white mist and smoke. It has a bit of an odor to it, not sulfuric, but definitely not like a clean wood burning smoke. It seems whatever is causing this is probably a bit more subterranean. You'd also notice that a couple of the like small kind of flutes, for lack of a better term, have been filled with wooden spears, long spears, pikes, and at the tops of those pikes, you would see that there are orcs.
Oh,
Looks like they have been impaled in a number of different ways, gruesome and pretty horrific ways.
orc hater.
Do these look like the forest orcs that we fought, or other orcs?
Their armament, or rather their attire, is very similar to the orcs that now lay dead on the forest floor.
Okay, so Glint's gonna kind of make his way up to these pikes to sort of get a closer look and inspect them. Is this like reminiscent of any sort of like, I guess like, is this the behavior of like a monster claiming its territory, or the behavior of like some sort of cult? Is this the sort of thing that's indicative of any particular culture?
There's no religion role here. There's no role here. It's just dead orcs on spears.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. I'm trying to figure out who, if the orcs did this to other orcs, or if somebody else did this to orcs. Because obviously these things are posted here as some sort of warning.
Yeah, it's orcs.
We're not orcs.
The way these pikes are arranged,
Mm-hmm.
is it like, are they like evenly spaced, or are they irregularly spaced?
No, basically opportunistically shoved into like the small kind of seismic flutes that are breathing out a bit of the mist. They just shoved them into these other ones and put the orcs on them, or the orcs were on them and then they shoved them in the holes. But
Okay,
yeah,
do any of the orcs on display look distinct or distinguished from the others?
no.
Okay.
The only thing that's kind of noteworthy is that the main chimney section has kind of like a almost volcanic-like surfacing to it. It looks like it's, of course, natural, but it also looks like it's very large and kind of more open. Like you could actually put a person in it.
Yeah, I guess he'll continue making his way up till he can get up towards that sort of caldera.
It's a good word.
Fancy.
10-cent word.
And if you're watching, he seems to be
Two-tenths worth
like
of a word?
navigating, making his way up the surface on his like with hands and feet, and he seems to be navigating it quite easily.
Okay. Yeah, you would see that there's really not much in the way of kind of entering into this thing. Doesn't look like it's very viable unless you tie yourself off to something and descend, but it definitely looks like it just delves deep into darkness, just a very deep hole that seems to be kind of not entirely filled with, but mostly filled with a whitish smoke. But there appears
So
to be kind of clearings and patches and movements inside of it that you can, potentially descend down it. But it's definitely smoke filled, so it'd be problematic.
So this is smoke and not steam, so it's not like scalding hot.
It's definitely smoke.
Okay. Kind of peers over and looks in. He says, I can't see a damn thing.
Perhaps we should try the other mountain then.
I mean, it looks like we might be able to make our way inside, but I mean, I don't know why we'd want to do that.
Sorry, I quit smoking a couple 100 years back.
So back.
So-
Go ahead.
No.
Sorry. Is there any type of like footprints around or
Plenty.
okay. And there are no housing structures?
None.
It's all in the ground. I don't like that.
They don't look very welcoming.
Yeah. Okay. Let us move, but beware.
Yeah, Glint makes his way back down and he sees Castia? Yeah, he sees Castia and then he kind of like looks back and he sees all these dead bodies like impaled on pikes. Looks at Castia again and it's like, don't worry, they're just sleeping.
I don't think they. Sure.
I think she knows what dead things are.
Castia has been around dead bodies before.
Oh, well,
Yeah, like
did-
right now, looking. No.
We did kill.
sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So do you send back down and back to the path to see where it like ends?
Yeah.
Okay. You get there, you start moving back up the hill in that way, and when you come to the terminus of the road, the forest kind of gives way to a series of switchbacks that actually go up the rocky cairn on its southern side. It's definitely very shadowy here, as it seems that the forest and the rock kind of bar the sunlight. You would know that you're kind of on the southern hemisphere of Urs, so the sun, no matter where it is going to cast a kind of southern shadow. And with that being the case, this place appears to be well within the Black Spear's shadow. Noting that, it looks like up the pathway, you would see that there is a kind of door-like structure or door-like shadow.
Valgar, do you know how to open this?
I'm sure we can figure it out. And I would start approaching the door.
Well, you head up that way.
Okay.
Yeah, we head towards it. Sorry.
He's
Uh-oh.
pushing
We
the
were
door
there.
with his mind from here.
So as
He's the
before,
real Psy Warrior.
and as always, are you moving up the pass stealthily, or are you just heading on up?
I feel like stealth would be kind of moot at this point, but I feel like it'd be worth it to try again.
Yeah.
Before- Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Glint's gonna try stealth, but this time he's gonna sort of like move to a short distance away from the party.
Okay. The path, as it kind of switches up, it does narrow a bit, and it looks like it's probably going to be kind of at most side by side, shoulder to shoulder, two people. So I assume that the front line is Orlandis and Lose. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The least stealthy of us.
Yeah.
And then the next line would be Astrogoth and Glint. Does that sound right?
Well, Glint is gonna be, I guess. I mean, how dense or difficult are the surroundings?
It's just a 2x2 walk up the mountains.
Yeah, but I mean, with like climb speed, will I be able to kind of shadow them?
No. So the problem with a climb speed is it doesn't make you Spider-Man. It just allows you to climb without a penalty. You don't stick to things. You're not adhesive. So
Yeah, you're not Soma.
you can't climb sideways. That's not how that works. Unless
gotta
it says
get the
unless it
slippers.
says specifically as a part of your climb speed, like
It's
the
spider-
slippers. It says it's spider climb.
Yeah.
That's important. So yeah, you could tail. Okay, that's creepy. So you can be over top of Orlandis based on what I've got so far, and then the
All right,
bards.
you are Soma, you weirdo.
The bards would
So
be
fucking
next.
creepy.
It's like, well, according to my character sheet, I actually am Spider-Man.
That's kind of what you just said there.
Yeah. And then Castia in the back.
Immediately seeing this, Orlandis is just like, what the fuck?
Start playing defense, of course.
Is that normal?
No,
South would shake his
it's
head.
not normal.
I've never seen anything like it.
So what?
Maybe
It's like Glint now walking on like the walls of this little canyon.
You'd be spider climbing on the side. Yeah, it's no longer a canyon. You're on a cliff face.
Maybe that's why Jeff the donkey was afraid of him.
Yeah, he's walking like a mountain goat.
I thought it was the hat.
But it was the creepiness inside of him. So yeah, you would see that as you're kind of making your way up, everyone makes stealth rolls. Looks like you already did. Oh, you guys are great.
Yeah.
Good job. Awesome.
We're on it.
Some of us failed horribly.
And Lucy,
We're awesome for rolling. We're
Lucy-
not awesome for the results.
Lucy, you're not proficient, right?
Correct.
And Astrogoth, cool. So yeah, successful. You are moving quietly. You don't think anyone's reacted to you. Up ahead, you can see that at the edge, kind of top of the cliff, it looks like there are two individuals standing there, kind of holding guard. They're wearing black cloaks that seem to kind of conceal their faces. And as they're talking, one of them's like picking his fingernails with a dagger. And another one is kind of like making hand gestures, which makes you assume he's talking. They are guards, but they seem to be kind of lackadaisically maintaining their position.
Do we hear the dialect?
It's windy, and you're high up, so no.
Shit. Okay.
Um,
We'll creep
where
up.
am I in relation to everybody else?
You're on
You're
top
right.
of Orlando's kind of climbing on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna continue to move stealthily, sort of shadowing everybody.
Orlandis
Keeping an eye on these individuals up here.
Okay. So
Orlandis is going to move not stealthily.
you are no longer in stealth?
No. I rolled a
He's
4.
got a 4.
Oh, no. So,
Oh.
sorry. For this lead up, like, about here, as long as you're not rushing in forward, it's kind of a group stealth thing, so it's
Oh,
not...
okay. Gotcha.
As long as at least 4 of you succeed, then you're not caught out.
Okay. All right. Let's see. We just start moving up as a unit.
As much as I like having the one person always like fuck up what happens, that shit is hilarious to me. It's just too high of an odds for it to happen for me to feel comfortable with it happening every time.
I got you.
All right, guys, we're going in quietly, and the paladin's like, "Huh?"
Kathunk, kathunk,
That's
kathunk.
quiet.
What is this quiet you speak of?
What's all that noise? It's the paladin. No, actually, it was the rogue with his pockets full of silverware. So, yeah, Glint's not going to take the lead, and he's not going to try to get some. He's not going to try to get way out in front of the party. If Orlandus wants to try a diplomatic approach, Glint's happy to like shadow him and back him up if things go sour.
I mean, yeah, diplomatic is always good.
Do these individuals look like orcs, or are they too indistinct?
1 second. No, they look humanoid. You
Okay.
cannot see their faces.
I want to fight him.
Landis is gonna keep moving up.
Okay. At this point, if you are going to advance by yourself and you are wanting to do so stealthily, then you would need to make a stealth roll independent. If not, then you're just moving up and they're going to see you.
Okay.
So, Glint is going to keep pace with Orlandus.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody could roll stealth for me.
What?
I'm away from my keyboard right now.
Well, wait.
Just you and John. That's it. You two are the only ones.
Yeah, I'm too busy to play your character for you, buddy.
No, that's fair. So, what is it? Just Orlandus and Glint that are moving up?
Yeah, are you?
Um,
in your,
Lose's
and
there
Lose.
with
Lose.
you.
Lose. Sorry.
Are either of you two going to be stealthy, or are you just moving up with intent to talk?
I'm
Just moving up with intent to talk.
Yeah, Orlandus is gonna do the same.
Okay.
If possible, before they go up, I Astragoth would sorry, kind of mention and be like, if you wanted, I could make one of you invisible.
Eh.
Yeah.
They're just gonna go talk at them.
Good talk.
Yeah, we're just gonna go talk.
Good talk.
Can I maybe try that later? That sounds exciting.
It would be useful for her.
So, shield
kind
is
of-
on.
Yeah, Glint will just sort of whisper down. Well, I mean, if you're just handing it out.
Okay.
Okay. So no, are you casting invisible on Glint or no?
Sure, why not?
Doesn't look like he needs it. He's pretty stealthy.
Actually,
Ghost Spider.
I'll save it only because I only do have one spell slot remaining at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. So I don't know where the range starts.
That's fine. There's good. Stop there, and plus you
Okay.
can be next to him. But as you kind of get into that position, they notice you.
Okay.
And when they do, you see that they kind of both brandish these curved blades, these knives, crisp blades. And as they kind of brandish them, you also notice as they move their hoods, their faces remain completely concealed from you. Like there's a bond of shadow inside of the hoods of their cloaks.
Good.
They say something. The word that they utter is loud, but foreign to you. You've heard curses like this before when you engaged with the Denisovans.
Is it Spurkic?
It does appear to be a Sphyrkic word.
What is it?
Intruders. And
Fuck.
Oh,
they snap their blades up.
I don't think they want to talk.
I'm assuming that we're going to be moving into a bit of a fight because of that. Yeah.
Okay.
You're very... well, I will say go ahead and roll initiative, but I'm going to see what you say in response, and we'll move from there, I guess.
Jonah will have advantage. Didn't need it, apparently.
Yeah.
Am I within 15 feet?
You are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm also like further up the wall, so I'm not sure how that.
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't know how far up the wall you were saying you were, because it
Well, I'm
wasn't...
not sure how tall the walls are.
It's
I
a
basically wanted
mountain
to be.
that's 1,000 something feet tall.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be that far up.
I mean,
I
I
want to
hope
be
not.
sort of a decent distance away, but
Okay.
close enough that I could still jump in if they got into a fight.
Maybe about like just in the cusp of 15 feet.
Conveniently enough.
So as they curse at me, or what I assume is something, because I don't understand it, Orlandis is just gonna say, with shield up, no spear in hand, we are not here to harm you. We are just here to look, discover things.
This is not a museum. Flee this place, now or die.
I mean, there's really nothing I can say to that.
No,
Oh,
it
you
is,
want to fight?
I guess I'm
it
dying
is a
then.
dwarven ruin of the Blaze Hatchet clan.
Okay, so since we're going into the talking and trying to talk in this angle, which is not it, we are going to go right into the initiative. I'm going to switch the
Yeah.
music up.
Yeah.
There were ways to negotiate that. Let us into the petting zoo was not the one. Okay, so Orlandis, it looks like you will be first on the docket there, so you can go
All
ahead
right.
and engage in your turn, sir.
Okay.
Let me at him.
That's what we're gonna do. Bonus action Knight's move on Lose. And then I will also walk up with her. I don't need to be right there. Yeah, it could be right there. Right here. Spear out. And then as in wherever you want to go.
Oh,
Doesn't
I'll
matter.
fight this one.
Okay. And then I'll just do a normal attack, because Glint is not in range anymore. 20?
Yeah.
I'll attack the one on the left.
Left, okay.
9 piercing.
Alright. He's still standing.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's my turn.
Astrogoth.
I guess I'll move ahead. Hold on, let me put my character sheet back up. 30. And let me see. I don't remember what my reach is with Eldritch Blast.
It's like 100 or 90, I think. If you click it, it should show it.
It's like 120, I think.
You are indeed correct, so I should be able to hit one of them by here.
Yeah,
By
you can.
should, I mean if I don't roll horribly.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
got this.
that's always a possibility.
Just believe.
I believe in a thing called love.
Just listen to the rhythm of your heart.
Just listen to the rhythm of my heart.
15 hits. You're hitting the one that got hit by a spear?
Yes, do I have line of sight on that one specifically, or?
Yeah, I would say that's probably the one that you've got a nice right into.
Okay,
Go
yes.
ahead and click the damage. So the spear lances him, and then the bolt slams into him, and he flies backwards. Jonah, just for flavor's sake, roll a d100.
Oh god. Okay. 33.
Yeah, the spear goes off the edge, and so does the guy.
Nice.
Why are you taking my spear? John, what the fuck?
He just likes to punish you specifically
Hey.
and your weaponry.
I gave it a half-size chance. He was standing right on the cliff.
True. And
Oh,
you
I'll-
rolled for it.
I'll go get it for you.
Okay.
True.
Done shooting. It'll move to Lose.
Question on focus points before that. Do I still retain the... No.
Second the
Zero-
combat ends
zero
as they
each
fly away.
combat. Okay, that's what I thought. Alright. So, I'm claiming Cormorant stance again.
Mhm.
And we gonna swing 18.
Hit.
Great. 10.
That'll kill him.
Good night.
That was a quick fight. Yeah, it's quick
And all
enough.
it cost was Jonah's spear.
It's a quick enough fight that it actually doesn't seem to alert anything. You see that there's a cleft that's behind the wall of the cliff. A series of steps, very high, kind of. Hold on a second. Let me describe before you start rushing off into the world. Steps that are kind of natural looking, but they look like they've been kind of carved and weathered over time. All about the ground, there's this bit of kind of greenish, like lichen, that's kind of present on the ground, a mossiness rather. And on the left side as well, you can see that there are formations that look like they're kind of old, rustic, dwarvish murder holes that have like dwarvish writing on them. As the wind kind of dies down as you come around the corner into the cliff a bit, you'd actually hear that there is some rustling inside of this space, possibly individuals, assailants, inside of the murder holes waiting for targets.
You don't want me going in first, because I'm just gonna taunt him.
Yeah, don't do that. Hold on, I'm just writing notes.
So 2 questions. One is, so Glint comes down off the wall and moves to the edge where the body fell off, and he looks over. Like, can I see the body?
Yeah.
Can I see the spear?
Spears, no,
You don't have-
no, spears. I thought you meant the body that's up here. No, the spear that's down there. It's still going. Have you
Yeah,
ever
you don't
have you
have
ever
to
seen
bother.
people fall in Skyrim?
Yes.
That's happening. That guy. That's what's happening to that guy right now. He's living that life.
Right.
You're about
Every time
800 feet up, and he just disappears into the trees.
every time he hits a rock, he just does a 1080
he,
and then just keeps going.
he actually gets to a point where he's pinwheeling.
Yeah.
And takes off into space.
Doesn't work because you
Um,
can't see my arm.
Yeah, Glint, he kind of peers over the edge and he watches the spear and the body make a couple good bounces, and then he turns around and he looks at Orlandis like, I think it's gone.
Yeah. So the dwarvish writing, what does it say?
It's not really like legible. It appears to be kind of weathered down.
Gotcha. Okay, all right. So
And
Orlandis,
I'm gonna change a rule on the map real quick because outside it's different than it is inside. Bear with me here.
Okay.
Boom, bam. So inside of the cavern, it is completely dark.
Can't see shit.
So these
Okay.
murder holes, do they go all the way from floor to ceiling?
About maybe 6 inches off of the ground. And it looks like they're built in the dwarvish fashion where they're kind of slanted inwards so that you can fire down but be higher than the ground.
John, even I guess I probably don't have dark vision applied to my token.
No. Do you have dark vision?
Yeah, the Twilight Domain gives me absurd dark vision.
Oh, okay.
300 feet.
Then I will fix that for you.
Even better than elves.
So did you
Better
say
than
the
everyone.
murder holes go all the way up to the ceiling?
So the ceiling is not that high in here. And yeah, so they have the same kind of thing, 6 inches off the ground and the slant upwards. So if they were wanting to fire up, they could.
And are they like in this area? Right?
Actually,
Or right where I'm at?
right there.
Ah,
Everywhere kind of cavities in is basically where the points are.
So
okay. Gotcha.
your boy is gonna light a torch because he can't see.
Oh, is it dark?
Yeah, not
Can I
towards
ID
me.
this thing? What is it?
I
Yeah,
cannot-
so if you walk over to it, he appears to have kind of Denisovin clothing, but it's all kind of blacked out, like dyed black. Looks like his leathers have been kind of, burned to create a kind of blackened effect on them. The hilt of his dagger has kind of a reddish leather wrapped around it, and the dagger itself appears to have a strange kind of purpling on the edges, which looks like it's been dipped in something. The sheath, since he's fallen over, you can see is spilling out this kind of purple liquid. His hood is still up. He kind of fell back and hit his head. And there's still this just darkness where a face should be.
I pull back his hood.
Yeah, once you do so, you would see that his face appears to have been kind of cleft away to the point where it's very kind of muscular and sinew, with parts of bone kind of peeking through. It looks like the skin has basically been removed from his face.
Is it okay?
Yum.
Pull my hand back. Get out of there.
Is it okay to use inspiring leader before we go in there?
You got 10 minutes.
Do we have 10?
I mean, we can take as long as you want before heading in there.
All right, yeah.
Um,
Let's spend 10 minutes telling them a story about how the soldiers of Parnan marched onto a green dragon's lair. Not a green dragon, but a green worm's lair, and had to, defend its city against the tyranny of dragons.
How many temp hit points is that? I mean, Cassie's really interested in the story, but me personally, I'm more focused on the.
3 temps.
3 temps, baby. I believe I can get it.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
sounds like an epic tale, and then as he goes on, starts adding more details, and he's like, and the dragon was really old.
Do you
It only
have-
had one eye, and it had no wings.
Wait, you have no charisma modifier?
Nope. I went with the
Wow.
Tactician.
intelligence route.
Yeah.
So 2 things. Can I take this dead guy's clothes?
Yeah, yes.
We're going full Skyrim.
You'll note.
I'll take the dagger as well. I mean, it could come in handy later as
You'll-
like a potential disguise.
Sure. You'll notice as you're pulling the clothes off of him, his entire body, with the exception of his forearms and like up to his upper thigh, has been peeled away in a similar fashion to his face.
Gross.
So as you're peeling the clothes off of him, you're literally peeling them off of him.
That's great.
I have a sort of metagame question for Castia. Does she know she can share her Eyes of Night feature or no?
We'll find out.
She's sharing them with Sarth.
Um,
Gotcha.
So once all the clothing has been removed and secured, Glint kind of thinks about it for a second and then just drags the body over to the edge and throws it over with the other one.
It's pinwheels spinning Skyrim death style.
And the second question was, can I climb the wall and navigate it in such a fashion that keeps me above the murder holes?
No.
Okay,
For the
how wide are the murder
80th
holes?
time, listen to me. The second that the steps start beginning, this part
Right.
here is a cave. The cave descends down into the mountain.
Yeah.
The
And they're,
ceiling
like, level.
and the floor are about 20 feet distant, and the murder holes are that tall. So if you're standing inside the murder hole and you look up, you'll see somebody trying to climb around on the ceiling or down. The dwarfs
I'm
were,
gonna
dwarfs were smart.
I'm gonna light a
Going around on
torch.
the wall like a weird guy.
Castia will look over to Orlando's kind of confused and look into the not pitch black to her hole. Is it-
Yeah, it's not that dark.
For you, maybe. And then I'm getting the tinderbox ready and hitting that torch
And real
so I
quick,
can
Well,
see.
I know you're desperate to kind of get in there, but again, to mention, this is where the murder hole is. So if you want to be in that front
And
square,
we can
you can,
Oh.
but I'm just making sure you're aware that I will be killing you at that point.
Right. That's
Okay.
what I'm trying to avoid, actually.
Well, then good. Thank you for making me move your token back. Lose is the line.
Huh?
Lose is the line. If you want to cross it, then we fight.
I
Yeah.
will say for flavor, as Castia recognizes that some people can't see down there, maybe it gets a little brighter for, let's say, Jonah, Astrogoth, Volgar, and Sarth, because I got 4 people.
I can see.
They probably can't see you through a murder hole if you're invisible. Just saying.
That is true.
I would holler back that I can see just fine. I can see just fine.
So we heard noises coming from the murder holes, correct?
Yeah.
Who did
Are
you?
the murder holes on both sides, or are they only on the one side?
Sorry, who did you share with your site?
Jonah, Sarth, Astrogoth, and Balgar.
Does that increase my dark vision?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see Mo.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about the creepy Spider-Man, and the elf has always seemed to be very talented, so...
We Gucci.
All right, we can see now.
Oh, my
Yeah.
name is.
Hold on.
I thought I told you that.
A lot of talking has happened. I just want to make sure that someone paid attention to the smart thing that was said, because I want to kind
Yes.
of track
Yes.
back to that.
Invisibility.
Invisibility will allow you to get past the murder holes without being seen. That was a really smart thing that was said, and people keep talking over it.
But he can only cast it once.
Well,
On
so
one
for
person?
I can only cast it on one person. But as far as spell slots go in a metagaming context for warlocks, I get spell slots back when I don't have to take a full rest.
Sure sounds like that would be useful on Spider-Man.
Go, Spider-Man, go.
You were trying to find a way to avoid the murder holes there, Glint, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I can, get down there nice and quietly, might be able to get around behind them. Buy you guys some time.
Or kill him for us?
Well,
Or
we'll
do you
cross.
want me to do that?
Well, let's just see what we're dealing with first.
Honestly, I prefer to battle face to face so they can actually see me, but
You're kind of scary.
Cassie is not wrong.
competition.
So Astrogoth, you're giving invisibility to Glint.
Sounds like that's the plan.
All right, and Glint, you're gonna go do the sneaky deaky stuff.
I'm certainly going to try.
All right.
Go ahead and make a stealth
I'm
check.
casting it on you. You better not try. You better do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are the murder holes on both sides?
No.
Okay,
Oh.
just one side?
Yeah.
Okay,
These
cool.
are just caused by the murder.
Right. So then he will
That's my logic.
move up and around on this side after going invisible.
Okay. So as you make your way in, you would note that it declines down about 40 feet into a space. Once you get down to the bottom of the steps and you're kind of paying attention to the murder holes, you would notice that each one is manned. The people on the opposite side appear to be idealists. They have the skull masks of the idealist bandits that you know are normally lairing in Marshtown. You would know that their masks grant them, and only them, the ability to see in darkness. And you would note, too, that they are armed with what appear to be very ornate Atavian crossbows. An Atavian crossbow is a pneumatic crossbow system that has a kind of lighter feel than a heavy crossbow, but is stronger than a heavy crossbow. Yeah, that's the situation that you're seeing in the murder holes as you just sent down. You can feel free to move your token in if you'd like.
Move to about there.
You can see a very large series of steps on either side of a massive open space. You would see that there are two reliefs, like bas reliefs of dwarves. They have their hands crossed over their chests, and then down from their hands, as if they were holding the tops of it, are massive axes. Paying attention to the ornate styling of them, the axes are single bladed, so they don't have like they're not double bladed, and they're both facing out in opposite directions away from the door space. You will note here there are also on the left and right walls of the steps murder holes again. Whether these are manned or not, you're not certain from this position, but it does look like that beyond the opening there are two massive steel doors that have the blaze hatchet markings upon them. They are open, and you can see that there's some light kind of coming from behind them. What that light source is, you're not certain. Since you're at a height of not on the ground, you can see into the space, and beyond the doors, you see that there is a rope bridge made of wood that seems to go out over a chasmway. But that's all you can see with your limited visibility.
Okay. So knowing that there is some sort of space through here that has individuals in it, but not seeing any door on this side,
Mm-hmm.
he is going to slowly make his way down to the ground, and he's going to sort of make his way along this wall here.
Okay.
And he's going to be like looking for some sort of way, some sort of entryway. And I'm not sure if the always observant skill trick will apply.
No, because there's no entryway besides the main one on these side of the doors. The murder holes are too narrow for you to be able to pass through.
Right. So I suspect that the entrance into that area is probably somewhere on this side here.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a hiccup. What's inside of this place, you're not sure.
Okay.
But since you are looking around for things, you can go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Not investigation.
Sorry, I'm having some difficulty with my roll 20 right now.
I got a 14.
Okay. Yeah, nothing nothing untoward, nothing crazy. You don't see anything out of the ordinary of what you would expect in this space.
Shit.
But you're definitely certain that there's got to be some way into those murder holes. And,
Right.
or the other sides of them, rather. You're just not seeing them here, so it's probably inside of the redoubt proper.
Right. Okay, with my remaining invisibility, I'm going to move through here and move past the other murder holes to see if they're also manned.
Okay. Oh, why are those tokens floating off space? Oh, awesome. So it just made me rejoin as a player. That's fun.
Oh.
Sorry, hold on.
Oops.
Well.
I mean, I thought climbing on walls was cool, but these guys can fucking fly.
No, they can't. They can fly down mountains, apparently. We saw
There's
that.
always a cooler fish.
It's just the Bethesda engine. It's
No.
just
So,
sometimes you glitch through the walls.
Yeah.
as
The
you
most broken travel power is gravity.
As you come up to the steps, you would see that on the opposite side of the rope bridge, there are probably a good number of individuals in black clothes. It looks like they're just standing around, holding their knives, and these ones are not talking and shooting the shit. Looks like they're kind of reflexively chanting.
You know how we feel about chanting.
You speak Sverkic, right?
I do.
Yeah, it sounds like they're saying, Lance the heart of the gods. Lance the heart of the gods. Over and over again.
He's gonna back up slowly
It's a smart move. Yeah.
and then make his way all the way back out.
While he was doing that, does anything seem weird or off about the stonework on this wall that I've been checking out?
Nope.
Okay, I'd like to pull out a parchment and an oil pen or whatever and start just copying the runes down, even though, like you said, they're
As best you can.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely notice that they appear to be kind of warnings in kind of old dwarven runes towards people who would understand them. They're blaze hatchet runes, so it's mostly clan related. You understand them as like kind of faded warnings of entry. Those who are not invited.
Yeah.
You arrive back. You're still invisible. I mean, for another probably 50 or so minutes.
Oh, so it's an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I thought it was only one. Oh shit. I'm sorry. I thought it was only a minute.
I mean, I can make it a minute if you want.
No, that's fine. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119 Wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is on the target's person. The spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. Okay, so is there any like dirt or anything, or is everything stone?
Moss.
Moss. Is it soft enough that I could like write or draw in it with a finger?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's gonna draw, like, point an arrow towards these murder holes.
You can talk.
Oh, right.
It's not mute.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Or
He
silence.
says, so you said there was what, 3 of them in this hallway?
There's one in each murder hole.
Mm-hmm.
3 murder holes.
How many murder holes
3.
in this hallway?
3.
So 3 in this hallway, and how many along that wall there?
There are 2 in the entryway.
Okay.
And then there were
those
like
2 were also manned.
Yeah, and there's you would have passed by them. They are manned, and there were 5 to 7 ish more of these the cultists, the Nightblade types.
All right. So we got 5 murder holes. We got 3 in the
What
hallway.
the fuck? Sorry, it says. I'm done. Continue, chat. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Right. We got 3 murder holes in the hallway. We got individuals with idealist masks manning those, and then there's 2 more around the corner, and then there's an open set of doors and a wood bridge, and on the other side of the bridge is a handful of other individuals, like the like the guys we just threw off that cliff back there.
So how are we going to kill the ones in the murder holes?
I don't know. I didn't see a way to get back there. I can get in there and try to sneak around some more, but I just wanted to let you guys know what I'd seen so far before I disappeared entirely.
We mean
Okay.
disappeared entirely.
Smart.
I can't see you.
Well, there's coming back, and then there's not coming back.
So,
like those orcs at the mountain.
Yes, exactly. Or those people that we sent on down their way.
It's
The one sleeping.
I guess it's been nice to know you.
Thanks.
so do you wish to have another go around, or
Yeah,
are we all
I
going?
I can try to, get in there and explore some more if you'd like, but I'm not sure how we're gonna communicate if I get in there too far. And well, if I'm being honest, I'm a little nervous about going in there myself.
So then let us all go in. We will form a unit. I will be in the front with Losay, Castia, and Sarv. You will be in the middle. Balgar, Astaroth, you will be in the back. And Glint, do you wish to scout ahead or guard the rear?
I think I should scout ahead. Actually, if we're all gonna go in, I'm gonna try to get on the other side of that bridge, and maybe try to keep them from cutting it, because that could be problematic. Although, well, if they cut the bridge, we might be able to fix it.
Okay.
You know what?
So then,
Yes, I will scout ahead. Yeah.
yes, you will stay a couple of paces ahead of us. Try not
Right.
to get hit by bolts or arrows, and then we will all join in.
Yes, and goodbye forever.
Goodbye.
Okay.
You said you weren't coming back.
No, you know what? Don't worry about it.
All right.
I
So
don't-
let's.
Well,
I don't understand.
I was gonna say something with Aussie. You could have said, "Well, this is the last time I see you. This is exactly how I'll remember you." Nothing.
Astia isn't mean.
Oh.
She just doesn't know a lot of things right now.
She's also clearly not very good at remembering things.
Sarf, you will protect Castia. Okay? I'm trusting you. This is your moment to shine. You can do this.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna start moving up.
Nope, Glenn's gonna go first, but you can't see him, so
Yeah,
he's gonna
just
sort
go.
of retrace the route he took. So kind of moving along the opposite wall there until he gets
Yeah.
to about there.
We're definitely gonna be drawing most of the attention, and you're gonna just
Okay.
pick off whoever looks squishiest.
Once you start there, no, up,
Okay.
go back
Sorry.
one. That's where we're going to start our fun times. So everybody form up where you're going to be.
Before
And-
we roll, everyone that's in my
Sorry.
commanding presence, do you wish to forego your initiative?
Sarth is on board.
I am going to also choose to do that, but please note I used Vigilant Blessing on you again, so you get an advantage on this initiative roll.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
That sounds good. I'll do you.
All right.
I got a shit deck score. I'm not rolling.
I mean, if we all do that, we'll essentially all go in one chunk. So
Yeah, you'll go right after me.
And so how it works, again, for the focus. So Orlandis is up, and then everyone who opted for that will be right after Orlandis in the order that Orlandis chooses. So I'm going to go ahead and just get everybody on there and put you... Elizabeth, you rolled your initiative, so you're going by your... Okay.
She's going right after me anyway.
Yeah, she just doesn't get to be before anybody else. So, who would you like to go immediately after you?
Immediately after me, I'm gonna say Balgar.
Okay. Then?
Yeah. Then Astrogoth. Then Castia.
And then Sarth.
Or no, Sarf and then Castia.
Okay. And then Lose all the way at the bottom. And the
Thank God for that initiative advantage. Jesus. I'm
uh,
going on 6.
Very true.
the house, for lack of a better term, will be going on 12. So, Glint, you on your initiative, for lack of a better terminology, are moving forward. That's where you're at. We're done with that. You're not taking any actions. Cool. Because immediately the second that you come into vision, that's technically when combat starts. So Orlandis, you're not surprised. You're seeing it happen. So you've moved 5 feet. You can do what you'd like besides that and that reduction in speed.
Okay. And I don't see anyone in vision right now.
There's a guy. He's on the other side of here. He has 3/4 cover. More than 3/4 cover, actually. But yeah.
I don't have a spear anymore.
Whose fault is that?
Your
Yours.
fault.
Okay.
You made the roll, Jonah.
I know. I can't. He's not within 5 feet, right? Like, if I were to move up to the hole, I couldn't stab in with my saber.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, he's not right at the hole. He's a distance back. Yeah, it's a deep hole.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna book it to where they can't shoot me out of the murder holes.
Here, this will help you visualize.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah. He's just gonna scream back, "Run!" and then he's just gonna.
Okay, so he wasn't readying an action by any stretch, but yeah, you bolt through with a dash. Okay.
Yeah.
Balgar.
As a bonus, though, I'm going to use Knight's move on Lose.
So you can move 30 up.
Yeah.
Balgar winds his feet up and dashes forward.
Like the Hanna-Barbera sound.
So
Yeah.
I can only move.
You move 30 on, or whatever your speed is.
On my turn, you move 30, and then when your turn comes, you can do whatever.
Like right in front of one of those murder holes.
Oh shit!
It's alright, they're after me.
Can't shoot us if they can't see us.
All right, Balgar, dash. Any bonus actions for you, Olgar?
Nah, not yet.
All right, Astrogoth.
Is I forget with 5e. Yeah, if I double, I can double my speed
Yeah.
for a dash, right?
So yeah, the action is called dash, and it doubles your movement for the turn.
All right, I will do that for 60 then.
Mhm.
Or maybe not the full 60. I don't want to end up ahead of everybody.
Oh, you'd be good. You'd be
Okay.
right in front of Balgar.
Yeah.
Sure, let's do that.
Just be aware that there are murder holes along this wall.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them.
That's
If I had
okay.
to guess, there's probably one at the bottom of the stairs and one at the top.
I'll deal with that if I have to.
Okay.
That's fair.
That's future Astrogoth's problem.
Sarth is going to move up as instructed.
Still don't know how to do that. Do you hold shift when you move?
When you pick up the token, right-click where you move it to, and it'll drop the yellow bead.
Ah, okay, cool. Thank you.
If you double right-click, it'll let you kind of draw the pattern.
Gotcha.
So Sarth rushes up just a little ahead of Orlandis. Castia, you're up.
We'll make it to. I'll dash and get to there. And that's it.
No say.
Alright, we're joining the crew. I guess I can move further up in here.
If you want, you can advance towards the door and get through it.
I can only move to here unless I'm... we'll dash. Well,
Okay.
that's a thing.
All right. So as you're rushing past, they're yelling kind of to each other. Again, they're not surprised. They're always on kind of a readied kind of
Yeah.
posture. And they seem to be yelling. In Spurkic, you're hearing, they're rushing towards it. And then the one towards the middle is like yelling something like, bliat, like a curse.
That's Russian.
Well, yeah, sorry. But then you hear the one kind of north of where you're kind of at now yell something like, drop it. And then you hear, okay. And then as an action, the one in the other murder hall pulls a lever. The thing that was not seen by Glint, a strange piece of stone in the center of the room drops and hits the floor right in the center of the space. Everyone besides Balgar and Glint needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh.
Youch.
Oh, yeah.
I think
DC's,
Lose was
Dexterity save, sorry.
DC's 13.
Lose safe from that?
Oh, yeah, super safe.
Okay.
I'm safe regardless, though.
Just the ones in the room, yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
I
so
rolled anyway.
Sarth needs to roll. I'm actually going to take disadvantage on my roll with this ability to grant Castia, she's within 10, advantage on the roll.
Such a kind boy.
So he'll take.
So
his
there are
spot.
murder holes along this wall too?
There's just one on each side, one on the north and one on the south.
Oh, okay. So my bad. I thought they were on this wall.
For dramatic purposes, you hear the yelling, and then the okay click. You then see the strange stone formation in the ceiling drop from the ceiling, and it appears to be kind of like a clay cask. As it hits that center portion, it detonates. A massive wave of flame bursts out from it. If you failed your dexterity saving throw, DC 13, which it doesn't look like
I did.
any. So your original roll is fine, Zach, because it's the same modifier. So the 13 is okay. I appreciate you, seeing that they're different, but yeah, it's the same modifier, so I'm not gonna kill you on that one.
Next time, though.
Maybe next time, yeah. So if you failed, which was nobody, you would have taken 24. You succeeded, so you're taking 12.
I failed.
Then you're taking 24. As the fire pot hits, detonates, and explodes in kind of a burst of flame. Sarth dives over Castia to take the brunt of the hit, and so he also takes 24. He doesn't look that wounded by it.
Orlandis is down.
All right. That is the house's turn. It goes to Glint.
That reminds me of someone, Jonah.
True.
Yeah, I was gonna make an Avran joke, but I didn't really have anything on hand.
Oh god, I'm killing fucking Jonah's character again? Son of a bitch. He's gonna start thinking I'm doing it intentionally.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be so weird.
Down into this cubby here. And he's looking for some sort of doorway or switch or something.
Okay. Nothing.
First the spear,
But
now the character.
That'll be your action searching for that.
Okay, do you want me to roll a check or something?
No, there's nothing there, so there's no point.
Okay. So that was my action. Shit, I can't see. Okay. Well, I can't see Lose from here.
We Gucci.
Can I poke my head around the corner and see her?
I mean,
just through the door.
You know where she went. Do you need to see her for a thing, or?
Yeah, I was gonna try to move her. I was gonna try to pull her back 5 feet so she's on this side of the door in case they close it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you guys could join me on this side of the door.
Yeah, I would, but I already used my action.
Again, there's enough movement for you to kind of pull back, but yeah, you can't. Can you do the thing that you're wanting to do as an action, or is it a bonus action?
It's a bonus action.
Yeah, move her 5 feet.
Well, it requires a saving throw. I'm not sure if they can.
Well, yeah,
Here.
she.
Bum, 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 bum. As a bonus action, try to telekinetically
A
shove
creature
one
can
3
willingly
feet.
fail to save.
Right, a creature can willingly fail to save. Cool.
Do you wish to be pulled backwards, or are you going to resist?
I'll pull backwards.
Okay. Orlandis, death saving throw.
Gotcha.
How dare you kill our boy?
Okay.
The pass. Balgar.
Run forward and I touch Orlandis to cure his wounds.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
7 back.
Hell yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
I can't remember. Is it like Cyberpunk where I can finish my movement, or
Yeah.
it's just moving? And okay. Yeah, I move a little bit more.
Most people say is Cyberpunk like D&D. I can do my action in the middle of it. I love that you did it backwards.
Does he also get a sweet cheeseburger necklace?
Not yet. He has to
Is
earn
that
it.
is that the new Blaze Hatchet
That's
family
act-
crest?
That's actually the treasure inside of this dungeon.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Atrogoth, you
First thing
are
you're gonna make when they fire up the forge.
So again, the murder holes, I'll make sure you have them on site here. Inside of this space, appear to be here and here.
I didn't see you mark anything.
Oh, sorry, I unmarked. It's there
Okay.
and there.
I mean, I guess I'm just gonna keep marching or rushing forward. I
Okay.
don't want to get hit by
Better than-
anything, so.
Better than trenching forward.
You still have your action. You could-
I'll quit my stalling.
Liz,
Top marks.
I have to kill your character. I have no choice. And then I'll replace you with Shijo.
You can't do that.
I've done it before.
I mean,
Maybe
I'd
we'll-
I'm
love to
part
play
Russian,
Rico
that's
again,
racist.
but
That's racist.
All right, so you can make those jokes. Fair. Okay, so Astrogoth, you do have an action. Do you want to dodge?
I'll dodge.
Okay. So that'll give you advantage not only or disadvantage on attacks against you, but it'll also give you advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Woohoo!
All right, Sarth, seeing Lose having rushed in, will do so as well.
This boy understands.
Thank you.
He's moving towards the bridge. I'm going to continue
Oh,
his
boy.
movement onto the bridge if you don't say no.
No,
Oh, boy.
stay back.
You say stay back?
Yeah.
Okay, he'll stop at the bridge and kind of look across it angrily.
Yeah, it's just a bridge.
Castia?
I'm gonna heal myself.
So I'm sorry. Can I also say something to the boy?
No, he's too far away from you.
Okay.
Like, before he rushes off, you can, but not at the end of his movement.
No, I was going to be sort of like a second part to what Lose said.
Okay. With the healing done, I am going to move up to here, and then I will be done.
Okay. Castia done. Lose, you're up. Elf, go ahead and make a perception check for me real quick. It's a freebie, because elves. Nothing special.
You're the worst elf that has ever been in here. You're
Muted.
muted, so we can't even hear your shame. We just know it's there.
Whoa.
That was a barrage of hate.
So aggressive.
Rude.
Quit smoking and gave up perception too, I guess.
We're focused. We're focused on the fight. So, we are. Let's see. Oh shit. It is the one challenge of steel. Can I? Hello. There we go. I want to bring this. I want to make this one move to me. You can attempt to draw an enemy in combat encounter into a duel with you. Once your
That's awesome.
Free action.
Fucking put that guy on the bridge so they can't cut it without killing one of their own
It's a
guys.
charisma save?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wisdom saving throws.
A wisdom saving throw.
They still might
but
cut it.
the
Yeah.
DC is equal to.
On a success, on a failure, it must duel you and starts the duel with danger dice. That can perceive you. Okay, yeah, cool. Shit.
Gonna be some duel of the fates happening here if it works, right? Just gonna.
Okay. Hold on. I gotta get my stuff out.
You wanted to add this.
How does
How
I
do-
do duel?
How do I mean, I have it in my head, like I know how it basically works, but I just want to make sure since this is the first one we do it right.
Yeah.
Maybe you should make the wisdom saving throw first to see if
I
you
did.
actually have to do. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I failed.
Okay, good.
That's why I'm going for the rule.
I'm just trying to save you some math. That's all.
I appreciate you, but it's too late for me, and it's all.
That is certainly true.
Okay, so dueling. Beginning a duel. A duel is run as a combat between two characters. Additionally, the following rules are in effect. As the duel wears on, chance of decisive blows rises, represented by the number of danger dice assigned to the character. I'm going to say for flavor purposes, since you have issued the challenge, you would need to begin the stare down. So just for flavor purposes, he kind of moves into like the first position on the bridge, so you're both kind of like staring at each other, and then stare down. So the phases will happen during initiative rounds. So since this is the first and you're entering it, stare down. So You need to choose a number between 1 and 6. I have my number. And then we will reveal our numbers. I have my number.
Okay.
What's yours?
5.
Okay. So the character with the higher number takes the decisive posture, and the character with the lower number takes the watchful posture. The character with the higher number is assigned danger dice equal to the number revealed by the character with the lower number. You have 4 danger dice. If the two characters choose the same number, both adopt neutral posture, and each gain 2 danger dice. Okay, so we now have the postures assigned. Since you are in the decisive posture, you act at the start of the round, and your initiatives are now both intrinsically locked on this initiative. All right, that's done. It'll go to them. The others still remain chanting. They don't seem to be too disaffected. Back in the hallway, this murder hole guy kind of leans in and will take a shot at Bulgar. And then as you are paying attention to the duel at hand, you notice that the walls to the north and to the south of you drop suddenly, just like like the floor basically gave out from beneath of them.
Now.
And other people appear on the sides. All right.
Wait, could I have moved onto the bridge with that?
Yeah, that's okay. You can
Okay.
move up to your speed.
Like, fucking bite me, bro.
Goodbye forever.
Oh, scary.
We're in a very precarious spot.
Yeah, goodbye forever.
Oh,
It's been nice knowing you for, I don't know, a week? Maybe 2? I don't know.
So, the power ballista shoots, or not ballista, power crossbow shoots, and Bulgar, you will get hit by a 21 and you'll take 12 piercing.
Ow.
All right.
Like, sucks.
That's it for shooting on me. It goes to
Your ancestral home blows, Joe.
Glint.
True.
You definitely heard a loud crashing sound of stone. And also, Lose probably yell out a badass like challenge to the death.
Boy, fight me, bro.
Now, at this point, I just want to make sure you understand there is a fight going on outside, but it seems that there's a respect that's happening between this leader of the Nightblades, the one at the front, and Lose on the bridge. If that's interrupted, the duel will go sideways. There's rules for that.
I actually wanted to ask about that too.
Yep.
If I use direct the strike on her, it'll fuck up the entire thing.
No. So there are certain features that will be fine, but like direct intervention
Okay.
will cause problems. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Chad?
What's up, Chad? You're muted.
Yeah. Okay. So Glint, first movement, gets to the top of the stairs. He takes a second, kind of
Assess.
whoa. Yeah, assesses what's going on, and then realizes that there's people kind of coming to flank them. So he is going to move here, and then he's going to use his item interaction to draw his rapier.
Okay.
So he's got a weapon in hand, and he's invisible, and he's sort of standing by to fuck shit up. Actually, is more like an advantageous position. He'll go there.
All right.
Wait, nope, sorry. Original space. I do want to body black that bridge so nobody fucks with it.
Clint done. Orlando's up.
It's an action to close doors, right?
Yeah, but those doors don't look like they're moving.
Oh, okay.
They're solid steel, and they're 20 feet tall, and they look like they're a good 3 feet wide.
Gotcha. Okay. So Orlandis is gonna move 15 feet after standing up.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. And then as an action, let me see if she's close enough. Nope. It's within 25, right? Yeah. Fuck. Okay. Instead, as a bonus action, he's going to use Knight's move.
On Balgar.
Yeah, he's going to use it on Balgar, so he could move up.
To your speed. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah. And then as an action, he's going to take the dodge.
Okay. So Balgar, you get to move in, and then you get to take an action. Or take your turn, rather.
I wonder what I'm gonna do. Crazy, you'll never guess what I'm gonna do.
Shatter.
Fireball!
Yeah, I shatter the center of the group in the back line.
Okay. But not the one that's dueling?
Not the one that's dueling.
Alright.
We're respecting the duel.
Oh wait, are you actually casting? Fuck yeah, that's my boy Joe.
1, 2, 3,
Glad I rolled a 2
4,
and a 1, but it's
5.
alright.
It's okay. I love it. It's basically like hand grenade the spell.
The last two fail, the others succeed. So -7 on those two, and -3 on the others. They don't die. They are now no longer chanting.
yeah.
And
Wake
appear
up.
to be settled.
And I'll give Bard inspiration to Castia.
I'm okay.
You can use it for healing spells too, because of my bardness.
All right.
Knowledge.
Astrogoth.
I am double checking something real quick. Hold on. Oh, I don't have any slots left, so I can't do that anyway. I will.
The pains of being a warlock.
I mean, I can still blast shit, but
That's the only spell
Or-
warlocks
or-
have, I thought. Is
or-
that not?
yeah, diddle on my banjo, I guess. I'll try to do something a little bit more helpful since she is dueling this individual. I will use Vicious Mockery on it.
On the opponent,
Yes.
this would be a supernatural effect that is affecting the fight. So
Does that?
that would basically cause the duel to be problematic. But yeah.
Okay, never mind. Then I must have missed that part. I apologize.
Yeah, so let me read it verbatim so we got an understanding. Overt interference. Once a duel has begun, if a character not fighting in a duel interferes by attacking or taking any other overt action the GM deems to be clear interference, the combatant on whose behalf they intervened gains 1d6 danger dice. The next attack roll made against that combatant has advantage. Additionally, there may be social ramifications for interference. Not here, but yeah.
Right.
The main thing is she'll have advantage on her from the opponent, who is actually already winning on the danger dice. And those danger dice are just additional damage that will be dealt if it gets to attack.
Yeah, I must have
Also-
missed that first part, so I apologize.
No worries.
Low save might hit you.
This is the first time we're playing the dual dice, the dual segment here, so it's kind of a learning experience for a lot of us. But yeah, do you want to Vicious Mockery one of the backline ones?
Well, in that case, I'll just I'll Eldritch Blast one of them.
You would also know that there are others inside of this space, like around the corner, based on the sounds and the looks of Sarth. Sarth looks like he's being flanked.
All right, I guess I can move up a bit.
Step by the bard and shoot in the hole,
Yeah.
and then step back. All right,
I guess I'll
south.
play a ditty at this individual here.
Okay. Let's see it. All right,
no.
that's a miss. It seems like that Eldritch Blast does not want to hit.
Yeah, that's a terrible note.
It's the brown
Horrible.
sound.
Okay, so Sarth kind of sees the direction that Astrogoth swung at, looks at Lose kind of like he knows better than to get in her way, so he's going to rush straight south and fight this one with an angry cry. Yeah, he gets in there. He's reckless. Bam, blammo. She takes the hit, but not it's not horribly wounding for her. Cassia.
Cassia will step up 5 feet just to stay close to somebody, even if it's somebody she thinks is a vampire. And then I am going to drop Moonbeam in the center of those 4. See, you got the reference. Thank you.
It
That's
took
good.
a second.
Yeah.
I will,
I'm gonna.
I will. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Who do you think is a vampire?
The bugbear.
Yeah, because you guys told her that they were bitey and there were the fangs, so just the
That's
assumption. Yeah. So, anyways, gonna drop a moonbeam on the 4 there across the bridge, the clump
Okay.
of 4.
I will just do a quick doodle. It's 10-foot radius, right? Or 5 foot
It is
radius?
a 5-foot radius, so it'll just get a clump of 4.
Okay. And it's at the start of their turn that it hits?
Yes, the start of their turn or when something enters
Got
into it for the first time.
Let's say it goes to your initiative. So the duel has begun. You have the first move between you and the Nightblade. So you can move up and attack, or you can...
She don't give a fuck about the ore.
Yeah, there's really not much of an aura. You can go in for a fatal blow, a non-lethal strike, or a demonstration of superiority. I'm assuming the first one. You muted.
Oh, we going in for the kill.
Go ahead and throw that attack.
That's just the 6. Wow, that was a
16 hits. 6 damage won't kill him. So in response, he gets to attack you back in the duel. And that means that he will be attacking you with just regular attack. No special attacking here. There it is. And he has 4 danger dice against you. So that's 4d6 additional if he hits you. 17 to hit.
on the nose.
I will be forced to roll the d6 in the open.
I'm going to use another reaction to reduce that damage.
Okay, go ahead. For the
That's,
duration. This will,
1d6.
this will be a supernatural interference. It will preside after, but for future reference, that means that Lose is in the fault of the duel, so the danger dice will now increase.
Oh,
It's already too late. Go ahead and throw it.
Well, I am invisible.
That doesn't matter. Like the
Okay.
effect, the
I
effect
wasn't
is
sure if, like,
the effect
how-
is visible.
Yeah.
that's 8.
Yep.
So I just take.
Oh no. Sorry. So it's 4 is the regular base damage plus 14, and he's stabbing you with a
Okay,
piercing
so-
weapon, and because you're within 5 feet of him, you're vulnerable to piercing weapons. So it's actually that 14 plus 4, 18 doubled.
Where's that vulnerable to piercing coming from?
So
Aura of
then-
murder. As long as the Nightblade is not incapacitated, hostile creatures within 5 feet of it gain vulnerability to piercing damage unless they have resistance or immunity to such damage. So it'll be
So
18 twice.
28.
36.
6 minus 8.
Yeah, you're right. 28. Good,
28.
good at math. You're good at
Can I
math.
ask
I'm
a
not.
silly question?
Yeah.
Did Elizabeth not get danger dice when she hit him?
No,
Okay.
No.
because she was striking first. She chose a higher number. So in a duel, you want to hedge your bet and choose lower, so the other person chooses higher.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's okay. So you just lost your first. So as you kind of bring your blade in, he takes the hit, and you see like blood shoot out from him, and then he rushes forward with the dagger and kind of catches you in the stomach, and you just feel the everything drain out of you as you fall down onto the rope bridge. Or you're still alive.
Yeah.
How many hit points did you
Hold
have?
on. Oh wait,
You had 26 is what I saw.
I had 26 and then 3 temp.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's
You
big math.
did just get chatted.
I got chatted.
You have 1 hit point.
Pizza, baby!
Sweat, blood, we're still here.
You haven't lost the duel yet. Yeah, okay. So here's fun. So the other creatures in the middle, go ahead and roll the moonbeam damage.
This is
Moonbeam damage for me, Tom.
Sorry, did they fail their con
I
save?
just want to see the damage because if it's
Okay, sure.
if it's
Yeah,
high
that's
enough
fine.
on the damage roll, I'm not gonna fucking roll.
I should click on it.
It's
10.
but a scratch.
The two in the back line who took the most damage from the last bit of fun, the shatter die. This one fails his save. This one succeeds. So this one's going to take 5. They 3 move up behind him and like try to rush past him, and he kind of holds his hand back and then Sverkic says, "No, I am going to win this." And then they kind of just and just start stabbing him.
Oh shit!
You watch as they murder him in front of you.
What the
What?
fuck?
Okay.
You
Hey,
compelled
you won.
you compelled him to not work in the crew. Yeah, technically you won that duel.
Hey!
But they spend their actions murdering him. The others will rush out.
Sometimes it do be like that. I don't know what duelist
EKO.
technique that was, but it works.
You know?
You know, hey.
Glint, you kind of see that situation unfolding across the bridge. You turn to look at Sarth, and you watch as the woman kind of twists this strange-looking guillotine blade, catches a hold of the axe, and then brings her sharp scimitar-like cutlass across the haft of the weapon, and you watch as she cuts the axe head off of it cleanly. And he kind of spins back with the haft, like holding it desperately. She smiles, like, just absolutely cocky. These two kind of get out, but this one gets to attack, the other one doesn't. He had to dash to get there. I'll take a shot at Orlandis, and then I will rush this one dashing style out as well. So, shot at Orlandis. You have no problems blocking that with your shield and dodge mode. And then the one that comes out has a scimitar. 15 versus... Oh, I don't see you.
No, I'm invisible.
Yeah.
I basically placed myself there because I thought he was going to head straight towards Sarth.
Yeah.
And then I was...
Yeah, so he would, for flavor's sake, he is rushing that direction, so he would run into an invisible thing and not know what's going on and be confused.
What the hell is that?
Because you are standing, right? You're not floating on a ceiling or like
No.
spider climbing or like, something. Okay, like hanging from the ceiling with web. Glint, you're up. He just bumps into
Okay.
you.
I'm going to action surge, equip a shield.
Okay.
Then Glint is going to move here. I'm going to use my bonus action telekinetic to attempt to shove this guy 5 feet this way.
Yep. What save and throw is it?
It is... Where'd it go? So 8 plus proficiency plus intelligence.
What
so
type
that would
of-
be a 12, and it's a strength saving throw.
Okay, so you move him 5 off. He flies off the edge. So you kind of like backdash like Alucard, and your shield comes up, and then you kind of snap the sword out, and then whoosh, he flies off. And then you still have an action.
As his partner is like staring in like confusion, I just reach out with my rapier and stab him.
Yeah, technically the telekinesis would have been an attack, I think. But yeah,
It wasn't an attack or a spell.
yeah, it's really strange. But yeah, go ahead and make the attack. You have to read into that.
Here with advantage.
It's definitely a hostile.
It's an 18.
It'll hit.
That's 11 damage.
He's dead. All
And
right.
Visibility drops.
Mm-hmm. Orlandis.
Orlandis will take up the rear right here. Right here. And let me see. I'll use Knight's move as a bonus action on Losay to either get the fuck out or go deeper in.
I know which one I would suggest.
You're muted if you're talking.
I haven't said a word.
Okay, gotcha. And then I'm gonna take. dodge
It's
action.
just to move, right?
Yeah, 30
Yeah.
feet.
Any attack on you is made with disadvantage.
But there
If
isn't
they
anybody
can.
in range, yeah.
Yeah, there's not anyone in range.
Okay.
In fact, for flavor purposes, they're still stabbing the guy.
So I don't want to be on top of him either.
Yeah.
And I'm good, bud.
Okay.
Thanks, though.
All right.
That's
Well,
it. Yeah. Sorry.
Can't use Knight's move to get away? Or are you just gonna...
I mean, I can, but
You're gonna gamble with
she's-
that 1 hit point? Okay.
Bonus action.
She's a
healing
stubborn
on
lady.
Low say.
healing word on
800 years
Losay,
old,
6 hit points back.
6 whole hitty pointies.
Oh, bless.
And then we'll do another shatter at the 3 in the back.
Yep, no need to. Well, actually, there's one guy who might be able to live. Go ahead and roll it. No, there isn't. There are 0 guys who could potentially live.
Nice.
Yeah,
I need to move back.
they just kind of erupt in an explosion of bones, muscle, and like fabric. Okay, Astrogoth. 2 more that you can see.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit something with Eldritch Blast more than once in a row.
Okay.
I don't know if that will actually ever happen realistically, but that's the goal.
Well, soon you'll be able to cast it twice in the same turn. So
Heck
True.
the American way, just put more bullets up.
Exactly. I'm gonna go the Michael Bay route.
Yeah.
Accuracy by volume.
Explosion! Explosion! 14 will. Are you shooting the one on the south or the one on the north?
I will hit the one to the north.
Okay, that'll hit.
Nice.
That'll kill. All right. It'll go to Sarth, who
Douche.
is going to use his newly minted club. I'm just going to go ahead and make an attack with what he has characterized as hand axes. He did not bring them with him. That'll actually hit. It does bludgeoning, but yeah. Smacks her in the face with the club. Castia.
I will come out just so I can kind of see what's happening there. I can move the moonbeam 60 feet as an action during my turn, so can I drop it, like, there so it gets her but not Sarth?
That'd be way more than 60, I think.
No, I don't... Would it?
It can't go through the wall. It has to go the long route.
I didn't know that was a wall.
Yeah, there's a wall here.
Okay. Then I will instead throw.
You could
the
move
sacred...
it. Well, you could move it here and then let it sit, and then next turn put it in. But if you want to get them now, Sacred Flame would be the way to go.
Yeah.
She rolled a 19 on her dexterity. She's fine.
Okay.
Okay, Lose.
There's no one else over here.
No, everything's dead. There's a big double door behind the moonbeam. It's also made out of metal. It doesn't look like it's as thick as the exterior door, though.
Can I go into the moonbeam?
That would be a bad idea.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I was thinking.
yeah. It just says creature. It does not say
Like
hostile or anything.
it looks
Yeah.
like the fucking oh god, Command and Conquer. What are the names of those guns from space?
Oh, the ion beam?
Yeah, it looks like an ion beam, just like in front of the door. Can I
Yeah,
go?
if you want to be an ant under a magnifying glass, by all means, you take some steps forward and
No.
yeah.
The
Now she'll move back.
okay,
Here.
dodge action, or do you want to try and fight? Oh, you're too far back. Never
Yeah,
mind.
I'm too far back.
Dodge.
And it's an action to take out my bow and arrows.
Just dodge.
Dodge, yeah.
All right. The door to the north, which dropped down, slams up suddenly with the guy still standing on it. You watch as he basically just gets splattered in a way that's very similar to like a Gallagher hammer to a watermelon. Just blood flies out of the top of the door as it's slammed shut.
I think that they call that jelly.
Yeah, just pulverizes him, but shuts the door. Presumably the one that shot at Orlandis last just decided, no thanks, I would like none of what's happening out there. And the one that's fighting against Sarth will fight against Sarth. Bear with me. Alright. Strange Weird Guillotine Blade first, and then other weapon. Has advantage because Sarth went crazy, so both of those will hit. Sarth is bloodied.
Yep.
Alright. Done. It goes to Glint.
Can I move into Sarth's space to make an attack?
And then back out if you have the room to do it. There's not enough
Right.
room for you to climb above him, though.
Okay. And will moving into his space and then away provoke an attack of opportunity?
It will if she's not dead, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Make sure you kill her.
yep.
You can do it.
That's what he's going to do. He kind of pushes past Sarth and then kind of stabs in with his rapier.
Yep. Throw it.
Oh, there we go.
Um,
First 17.
Yeah, hits. Damage.
It's 14.
That'll kill her. Yeah, you rush forward, just impale her in the chest, and she drops to the ground. Immediately after she falls, everything's very quiet except for the hum of magic across the bridge. But then, as you kind of, let the concentration fade on that, you realize that the conflict is over. And that's where we'll end the session for tonight. We'll pick back up right where we left off. I'm a bit of a paranoid individual, so I will be moving you to a different map.
Oh,
Yeah. Yes,
fair.
there's some suspicious folks here.
Thanks for watching those that did. See you next time.